Welcome, everybody, to Umineko. I am
back.
Malleable Persona, and yeah, I'm back here with Kat.
We're back. Also, fucking happy Pride Month.
Yes.
The first day we've been streaming in Pride Month this year, so, you know.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Pride Month. Though, I do have some bad news to share in that regard.
What's that?
Wayne June is unfortunately a conservative. And specifically has done the early J.K. Rowling shit of liking things and sharing things.
Please, no. You can't hurt me like this, Wayne June.
Right? I'm like, God damn it. He is the
I'm not
voice.
seeing anything?
He is the voice.
Unless...
I will share it in a minute, but he is the voice of the ancestor in Darkest Dungeon, Quinn, and the academic.
In Darkest Dungeon 2, yeah. And it's also the person that does the fucking alerts for my stream. So this is terrifying to me.
Yeah, hold on. It's immediately from like a month ago, but
I did look a month ago, but let's see.
yeah. So, not a major devastation for me, because I don't use his alerts, but it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, like, like the alerts are the one of the few things that I thought was really good about my stream. Is just like that they were solid, well done, you know, custom for the most part.
Yeah. But, yeah, this is one where I think you can solidly separate the art from the artist, in that he already made his money on it. He's not getting paid for more.
Yeah.
And he's not actually associated with, like, the company overall. He's just, you know, a freelancer. I do appreciate some of the comments on the Reddit thread, though, like, ruin has come to our family.
Yeah. Fuck.
A devastating blow.
God damn it. How dare you, Wayne June?
Yeah. But
all right, that just means I gotta make enough money to get David Lodge to do it in the Grigori voice.
there you go.
All right, guys,
we're starting my hire Grigori to do my stream alerts. Fucking
fun now, please send me money. I need it. It's gonna cost a lot to get David Lodge.
There you go.
Because David Lodge is actually a kind of famous. A little bit. Fuck. Well, I guess we gotta fucking like find out if David Lodge is too now. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Better not be.
Yeah,
Fuck.
better not be. But anyway, to the things we were doing in the past few days before stream. Not a lot on my end, other than playing Elden Ring with Kat.
Yeah, we did some like 6 hours of Elden Ring yesterday.
Yeah, like
Something like
yeah, something like 6 hours of Elden Ring. More than I had planned on, but I was enjoying myself.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I did get Trash Goblin to the same place that you were in Stormvale, so we can just kill Godric whenever.
Okay, perfect. Because yeah, I mean, we are fast approaching the DLC time.
Yeah, very fast. Need to get this nerd to like level 130 or so in kill mode.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm even gonna play fucking the DLC over the weekend because Nate doesn't want to start it on Friday. He wants to do it on Tuesday, and of course, like I can't make him like play the game early, you know.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna be doing it on
On the
Tuesday as
Tuesday.
usual.
Yeah.
Instead of like starting it on the Friday that it comes out. So I don't know if I'm gonna be playing the game, which I probably not because I don't want to
Yeah, you want to have your fresh feelings.
fresh feeling with friend, but like at the same time it's gonna be like shit, dude. I really want to.
Oh yeah, like you're just sitting there like I need it.
I need it. Fuck.
Let's
Especially
see.
since I have so many characters that are already ready for it, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anything else you've been up to since Monday or since Thursday? I mean.
Since Thursday. No, not really, because like I see normally I would try to get some work done, right? Like Friday and then Sunday and all that stuff. But it's been a real bad couple of days for
Yeah.
very painful, very upsetting.
Yeah, fair. I did get some of the money the government owed me, so I went ahead and got a treadmill.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be coming in because that's important. Get your cardio in.
As much as you can, at least.
Yeah, as much as is safe and comfortable for you, of course.
Yeah, you could probably like fucking just put an e-reader or something like that on the handle and just like read while you walk for a while.
Yep, it has a simulated amount of distance on the readout. It looks like, so I can say I want to walk this amount, and it'll do that for me. But yeah, probably what I'll do is listen to podcasts like Magnus Protocol.
That can do it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know also they've had guest writers for some of their episodes on Magnus Protocol. So some of the things I'd like to do is also check out their podcast because they have horror podcasts as well.
I don't know how like we're ever supposed to have enough time to like check out all these awesome fucking horror writers in the world.
Yeah,
It
it's
hurts.
yeah, like I need like 100 more of me.
Oops. That's right. I cannot use the tab functionality when we're on stream, or at least not for Mondays and Thursdays. It's fine. Don't worry. Nothing happened. Nothing got shown. It's just that I opened up the tab menu on my computer. You're right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's mainly what I've been up to, is just that. But that will be very important. Because while I don't believe in drastically, under eating or exercising to dangerous degrees. I do agree that you should work towards the body you want, if you can attain it. And
Body I want requires about 50 gallons of estrogel.
yes, indeed.
50 gallons of estrogel and about 80 pounds of steel and titanium. I am trans in every sense of the word. Transhuman and transgender.
I mean, I would if I could, and if I didn't lose anything out of the bargain.
Right, yeah. I think
Like, either
left arm at the shoulder, right arm at the elbow, and then like both legs at the hips.
that is very
probably
fair.
Both eyes. Oh, did I tell you that we realized that I have minor astigmatism?
I have
which is
that
what's
as
going on
well,
with my
but
eyes.
no, you did not tell me.
Yeah, that's why my eyes are all fucked. Is I have that, and I've had it ever since I was a small child and didn't know it. So
Yeah,
when I was like 8 and going, yeah, I'll probably need glasses when I'm 30, I was more accurate than I thought I was.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought the little trails of light when you're looking through a windshield at fucking streetlights in the middle of the night driving down the highway was normal. I thought everyone got that shit. Nope, most people have halos. I got streaks.
Oh, wow. I did not know that was a sign of that.
Mm-hmm. That's how we discovered a habit.
Ah, see.
Because I was talking to one of my colleagues about it, and like he was just like, "Hey, so do you have these little trails like this?" And showed me a picture whenever you're looking at stuff at night, and I was just like, "Fuck yeah, what's that mean?"
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, the reason we found it out and went to the eye doctor when I was a kid is, well, I had a laptop and I was looking way too close at it.
Oh, you like 3 inches from the screen type shit?
Yeah, like I was leaning in hard. And I didn't think anything of it because, that was just normal for me.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, now it's worse now that I'm older, but yeah, so we figured that shit out and got me eyeglasses as soon as we could.
Yeah, I didn't think it was anything weird, so I never said anything to my mother or my dad or my stepdad, anyone, or my grandparents. I didn't realize there was anything weird about it until like a week ago. I thought
Yeah.
that was just fucking normal shit.
Yeah, the main pain in the ass about astigmatism is you really cannot get contacts.
It's like misshaped eye or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. That sucks. Not that I'm opposed to wearing glasses or anything. I was just
Oh,
also
yeah, I
like the
remember
option of
seeing you
contacts.
post about that, Quinn.
That is ridiculous, and I kind of want to read that now.
Yeah, what's that called? Because I did not write down the name.
Oh, I do have something to bitch about though.
Proceed.
I have a small like mosquito bite on my wrist. The problem is though that it's right underneath where the bar, like one of the metal bars, is in my brace that I sleep with. So I end up in the morning, or not the morning, I guess, or my morning, the afternoon, with with the fucking like pressure marks on the damn thing, and it hurts and itches at the same time. It sucks. I think I've heard of that actually. Everyday maintenance of Shino's. Yeah, I think I've heard of that. That sounds familiar. Let's just put that in Discord real quick. There we go.
And in fact, I will put that on my to-read list.
I can't open my stuff because it'll pop up on the main screen. I'll just do that later.
Jam maintenance. Pino Saki-kun. Yeah, because I have been using Obsidian for daily life stuff as well as writing. So, have a list. Alright. Will we say that's about it for our starter talk?
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, SAG-AFTRA is the good fucking thing, right?
What is it?
SAG-AFTRA. Not SAG-AFTRA, SAG-AFTRA. Whatever. Fucking caption. The union that for voice actors and actors.
Yeah. Yeah, SAG-AFTRA. Yeah.
That one's all right. Yes. This is a good one.
Yes, as far as I know, that's Screen Actors Guild and American Federation of Television and Radio Artists.
Because I can't find a social network thing like a Twitter or anything like that for David Lodge, but he is a member of SAG-AFTRA, so might be all right for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would at least put him in the okay, or at least he cares about his own rights.
Yeah. I'm going to keep an eye on that and search more later. However, it seems like a good base to work from. So I would actually kind of like Grigori's voice.
Oh, yeah.
I could actually clip the from the game itself for now.
For sure.
At some point. That's a lot of work that I'll have to do, but I'll do it eventually. Let me see. Furious is having over here. Just ignore me for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so considering how Maria felt about Rosa the last time we checked in with her, I don't think whatever's happening with Rosa is gonna go well.
Yeah, probably not.
Silent, black, cold, painful. Rosa regained consciousness bit by bit. And the first thing she thought was that it would have been better if she hadn't. After all, her body was so cold and hurt so much, and it became worse the more her consciousness returned. It felt like she had been sleeping in the darkness for a long time now, face down on ice-cold marble. This is why I always tell myself, even if it's just a nap, at least get on the sofa. I always know that if I naively try and close my eyes for just a second and end up sleeping on the floor or at my desk, it'll hurt my body later and I'll suffer for it. That is definitely actually a mood. Fuck Rosa,
Yep.
but that is a
I have
mood.
passed out in my chair before. That it sucks. Do not do.
Because she slept on such cold and hard floor, she was chilled to the bone. Because she slept on such a hard and cold floor, the side of her face that had been pressing down against it was very painful. If she were to look in a mirror right now, she was sure she would see an embarrassing mark. She didn't think that just rubbing it would make that mark disappear. But she stroked the hurting side of her face for the time being, trying to smooth it over.
Don't just give it like 5 minutes. Go away.
Where is this? Oh boy, you are in the conference room in the in-between space.
Oh boy.
She thought it was pitch black, but that appeared not to be the case. After all, she could faintly see her own body. Without a doubt, there was some source of light. But even when she looked up at the ceiling or else the sky, there was only an expanse of blackness. She couldn't see any such thing. Her body alone was slightly lit, whereas everything else was sunk in darkness. That's what this world was like. It was almost as though Rosa alone had been abandoned in a forgotten world. As her mind grew clearer, she started getting nervous about why she was all alone in a lonely place like this. You made bad choices. When she
Yep.
was
Yeah,
about
that's
to
about right.
call out, asking if anyone was there, patter, 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 she heard footsteps coming towards her. They were light footsteps, so she thought it was probably a kid. They didn't feel creepy to her, so she wasn't afraid. But they also weren't Maria's footsteps.
How did footsteps? How did footsteps sound creepy? I don't understand. Isn't it like the circumstances surrounding the footsteps that make them sound creepy, not the footsteps themselves?
Yeah, to an extent, though I guess creaky footsteps that you don't recognize, like creaking floorboards kind of thing.
I suppose.
Wondering who in the world would be in a darkness like this, she stared in the direction she could hear the footsteps from. As she did, a faint approaching silhouette came into view. It looked like a child much younger than Maria. Oh, you might actually have some safety? Who is that?
For now.
I didn't know him, but the expression on his face was like a lost child separated from his parents. As a parent with a daughter myself, I felt as though my chest was being torn apart. Nope. You're getting hit with that. The instant
Suffer, bitch.
the kid muttered that infantile word, I felt a sharp pain in the half of my face that was aching from the cold floor, as though it had been pierced by long, thin, hard needles. I reflexively pressed my hand against that side of my face. Are you okay? Does it still hurt?
Shut up, Ember. Man.
Thank you, little guy. Where is this? It's really cold. Come this way. You can't be here.
Get your face out of here. Fucker.
He took my other hand and pulled with a grim expression on his face. I don't have a clue what's going on. However, a single honest expression from a child can often tell the truth better than 100 empty words from an adult. Kids are certainly more honest.
Learned to lie yet.
Yeah. She didn't understand the situation, but even so, Rosa dashed along with him wherever she was pulled. However, this was a world where nothing could be seen in the darkness except for their own forms. She couldn't even really feel whether she was actually moving forwards as she ran. Yeah, no point of reference. If it, literally it's just your body being outlined and not the space around you. Even though I'm running, I can't even feel any wind. It's as though I'm still inside a nightmare. That kind of unreal feeling.
Get out of here.
So even though I was running, I couldn't maintain my sense of balance and my legs got tangled and I fell. Even in a world that didn't feel real, the pain of smashing my face against the cold, hard floor was reality itself.
Deserved.
Are you okay? I'm sorry, my head hurts. When he said that infantile word, Uriel, pain like being struck with needles ran through my head again. Even though it had only happened twice, I was somehow able to understand that his word was the cause of my pain, so I said so frankly. I'm sorry, could you stop saying that, Uriel? Excuse me, I asked you to stop. Sorry. This time I got the feeling that his words of apology made me feel a sharp pain in my forehead. What is this child? I know there's no malice in him, but when I'm around him, my head hurts. Yeah.
Not that. I just got a text message from my house.
Oh, fun. Are you okay? Let's hurry up and go.
I'll be
You
back
mustn't be here. Do you want me to pause?
Yeah, I'll be too far away from my head.
Gotcha. Alright.
We'll resume in like 3 minutes here.
Yeah, we will be right back, folks. Folks, we're back.
I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down. We can go.
Yep. Me just get PNG Tuber working again real quick. There we go. Yep, just switching screens will do it sometimes. Why shouldn't I be here? Come on, where is this? Who are you? Where is your mama? But the one who made me is you, mama. Huh? He stared at me with round eyes. This kid's mama is me? Who is he? Who is this kid? I don't remember at all. Did you forget about me? You made me, you know? Wait a second, stop kidding around. Maria is my only child. That's right, where is Maria? Where's Maria? Maria? I suddenly grew uneasy about Maria not being there. Why am I alone in a place like this? Where's Maria? Maria being there for me is...
Isn't Rosa one of the ones that got shot in the face?
Let me see. Let me think back. Well, wait a second.
Yeah, because didn't she swing a chair at someone?
Oh, yeah, that's right. She swung a chair, and then... Yeah, she swung a chair at her father and one of the Chester sisters. Stopped him. And, yeah, we figured out that Chester sister is related to, the word Winchester. Because both the rifle and it is related to the King Arthur stories. Maria being there for me is the only thing that keeps me together. That's bad. You should not be leaning on your daughter in that fashion. Like, obviously support each other, but...
Also, she's 9. Maria's
here, but she's not Maria right now. It's better if you don't see her at the minute. That'll be better for you and Maria as well. Mia,
This was probably localized to being American, right? Judging by like the spelling.
yeah, I would guess.
Because it's not very often I hear at the minute instead of at the, you know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering like where that came from. Maybe there's like a Northern American English thing. I don't know.
I don't know. For Maria's sake as well, run away. Yeah. I have a feeling she's not going to listen to Sakutaro. Soccer tomorrow, okay.
I'd be fucking close enough. Yeah, like just punch Rose on the face.
What are you talking about? Where's Maria? Answer me. Maria will find you. Come this way quickly, Mama. He pulled my hand again. He was probably pulling me in the opposite direction from Maria, so I stopped in my tracks. Let go. Just who are you? Who said you could call me Mama? You're the one who made me, Mama. Did you forget? So that I could be Maria's birthday present. You made me with your own hands. Did you forget? You couldn't be Maria's Sakutaro? Yeah, the lion stuffed animal you made. A fierce, sharp pain struck me. It came from the palm of the hand he was grasping. I instinctively knocked his hand away, and when I looked at my palm, a hole the size of a thumb had opened there, and thick, deep red blood was gushing out. It was a hole so big that I could see through to the other side. Ooh, grody.
Much.
I mean,
Like it could be the size of a fucking pinhead, and you would still be able to see through it, as long as it was actually a hole straight through.
I mean, fair, but I get what they're actually trying to convey.
Yeah,
Is size of a
or just
thumb.
make a shit.
Yeah, size of a thumb and that deep.
Is it deep if it's all the way through?
Hmm?
I'm just like wondering about the verbiage of that. Is it deep if it's all the way through?
You would call that a deep wound. I think you would call that a deep wound.
I don't know medically. I'm just like thinking the common part. What is that? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you would.
I don't talk to people.
Yeah, I think you would still call that a deep wound. Like, if I had a injury from my stomach all the way out my back, I would call that a deep wound. Because it's deep by perception at the entry point.
Yeah, just a flesh wound.
Are you okay? Are you okay? What happened? Sakutaro also noticed my wound and panicked. Judging by his reaction, he couldn't understand why my hand had sustained such a serious injury. But to my eyes, it felt like I had sustained that injury because he had grabbed my hand. Whether there was malice in him or not, I understood that this child was something that would do harm to me, and he instantly became strange and frightening. Go away, I don't know you. Sakutaro was just a disgusting, crappy, stuffed animal, right? I don't know you. I'm not your mama. Go away. Disappear. Slowly, the base of Sakutaro's neck tore in a horizontal line. It gaped open, and the pitch blackness inside him peeked out. There was no gushing of blood, only an endless empty blackness. And then, from the inside of the gash, cotton snow poured out, and he slumped over, scattering bits of cotton about. All that remained there was crumpled yellow cloth, and a bit of cotton that looked like sticky, crushed cotton candy. A lion stuffed animal. Without a doubt, they were the remains of the Sakutaro stuffed animal I had torn apart on that day, overcome by my emotions. The instant I emitted that, a long, sharp shriek that could rupture an eardrum tore the world apart.
Fucking flashbang out.
Yeah, that indeed sounds like a child crying.
Yep, a little bit.
Like a flood from a broken dam, or like a broken TV, Maria wailed in a high-pitched voice. Maria's voice, which made the ears throb, brought up two emotions. The first was regret. I let my emotions get the better of me and committed a terrible mistake. A mother's desire to kneel down right away, hold Maria's head, cry with her, and apologize. And in fact, I did that right away. I held Maria's head and apologized in tears what I had done. But Maria didn't stop crying. On the contrary, she rejected me, the one who had torn her closest friend apart, and pushed me away forcefully with both hands. Since I had been on my knees in an unnatural position, I fell backwards easily. Maria scraped together the yellow scraps of cloth and cotton bits, buried her face in them, and cried even more. Watching that, the other emotion welled up. It welled up rapidly, and then burst. I mean, she won't come around when I apologize. And there's nothing I can do now anyway, and it's all Maria's fault in the first place. Nope. That's not how that works.
Fix him.
Like, you put him together in the first place. It's not like you can't just get
More cloth to fix him with.
Yeah,
For
and
fuck's sake.
by Beatrice's own rules, you can do that. I mean, she can't make any friends because since she's forever taken up with this make-believe stuffed animal thing, and that's why she's treated like a weirdo, and you know, this is a good opportunity for instructive guidance. It's not like I was pampered all the time myself. Things eventually break, are stolen, or broken.
Rosa, you were beaten as a child.
Yeah, first off, you were beaten as a child.
Not given instructive guidance, you were beaten as a child. There is a difference there.
Yeah. Even I had lots of toys and treasures stolen. Broken, made fun of, and thrown away by my brothers and sisters and father and mother. Yeah, the mother was probably dealing with the trauma of the kind of husband she had, but still.
Yep, no excuse for that.
Though I might have cried about that, though I might have shed a few tears, not once did I sob like this and trouble my parents, throw a tantrum, get in a terrible mood, pound and kick the floor and make a horrible racket. Yeah, but you did run away and inadvertently caused the death of a girl.
Yeah, I mean, you ran away and killed someone, so. Accidentally, but still. Remember? Get your ass out of here. Bastard. I'm gonna
Yeah.
end up soaking him this stream. Fuck.
And yeah, that ultimately lies on Kinzo, of course, but
Oh, yeah, of course. Like, that version of Beato should not have been there in the first place.
yeah, that girl, because honestly, she is a separate character. Like, Beto remembers it, but I think she kind of remembers it more like a weird dream she had.
I mean, wouldn't you, if you were actually like some sort of fucking god, like wouldn't you remember your mortal life as some sort of weird dream
I mean,
after you, eventually bit it?
fair. But also, like, I think I would entirely call that another person. Different biology, didn't have any of the memories, anything I would call the same person, other than having the soul captured in there.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one because I've been writing some stuff with it, a while now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I do the same thing. I treat the different personas as different people, even though they are still Gwyneth. They're not quite.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, other than the soul housed in there, everything else is different. It's like she got a temporary wipe from a overseer in Well of Souls.
Yeah, just a block.
Yeah, like
Gwyneth does it through self hypnosis and a whole fuckload of alchemical concoctions. But
yeah, so something like that where it's just a temporary block, and then the moment she dies, she remembers everything because she's essentially an overseer normally.
yeah, like you can think of it like what she has to do is basically what a god has to do to convince itself that it's mortal.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of stuff going on in there, and you do not want to drink the potions that she takes for it.
I always wanted to, but I thought I'd get in more trouble if I did, so I always held it in.
The kind of shit where you'd be lucky if all that happened exploded.
I'm sorry, I can't take that seriously. I just think it's a fucking SpongeBob meme.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's because I held it in that I was able to become the wonderful adult I am now. Of course, it's meant to show distorted thinking, and, like, I get what it's actually conveying.
Yeah, I wonder how the original Japanese was written in this bit here. Because you can't do this in Japanese.
Yeah, the only thing I could think about is maybe put it in a combination of hiragana and katakana.
Maybe like a literal warping of the letters. I don't know.
Yeah, or literal warping of the letters, yeah. And just, like, make them look smudgy or something. Yeah, that's fair. Suddenly I felt something strangely missing. The same
I don't
feeling.
even know how to go about getting a screenshot of that.
I could load the save.
No, I mean of the Japanese version. Check it out.
Oh, well, like, literally the Japanese language, I believe, is on here.
Hmm.
So I would have to get back to this point in the game. So we're not going to do that right now, but maybe in future. Because I think this has the Japanese language set on it. Oh, yes, and it would also be in the text log. Oh. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. So yeah, I could jump to that line via that. Got it.
Doesn't that go away whenever you load though? Whenever you're not in a session anymore?
I think so. Because I don't think it'll go all the way. Well, actually, it might. Let me check. No, it goes all the way to the start.
Okay. Cool.
So, okay, yeah, so we could load that
Doesn't
up.
have to-
Yeah, we would just need to load up the episode and let it run through a bit through the skipping. Okay.
Saving a different slot today so you can look up the other one in Japanese.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll save it on like
It'll
5
save you
or
a whole bunch
something.
of time. Save you a whole bunch of time trying to get that.
Yeah. The same feeling as when you use a tool recklessly and it finally breaks so that you're left holding only the base. But I hadn't been using a tool. I had only been using my own 2 hands to hit Maria's head repeatedly. So I looked at my hands. From my wrist onwards, my hands had snapped off, cracked off, and were gone. As though only those parts of my hands had become ceramic. No, everything beyond my wrists literally had become ceramic at some point, and had broken and fallen. Cracks had formed in them because I had hit Maria too much, and they had fallen off. Look, see, aren't those my hands there, lying smashed by my feet? There was no pain, but the shocking sight of both my hands breaking off at the wrist made me scream. What? What? My hands. Hands.
Deserved.
Yeah.
This way, you won't be able to hit me anymore.
Ignoring my confusion, Maria said that with a very cold voice. She slowly moved her hands away from her head where they had been defending against my barrage. What is this? My hands! My hands! What did you do, Maria? What is this? What is this? What is this? A black silhouette was suddenly standing behind Maria. It was the silhouette of an adult. Who?
Since an arm can pat a daughter's head through a picture book and make warm meals, thought it might be all right to leave them. Mama hits my head more than she pats it. She doesn't turn the pages of a picture book. She doesn't even make food. I go to buy it myself. Does she always have that fang?
Yes.
Okay. I probably noticed it before and just forgot, but you know. Oh, that's not good. Elbow sounds like fucking crunching popcorn. But I'm not allowed to go to the same store over and over. Not allowed to have my face remembered. Not allowed to talk to policemen. Why? Why is that? Did I do something wrong? Am I not allowed to have you pat my head, have picture books read, to eat dinner together? Why? Why? It's not my fault. Not my fault. Yours. Your fault. You don't play with me, but Sakataro did. He read books with me, watched TV with me, ate meals with me. He was much, much more important friend than you. A much.
Not proud of it, but it can't be helped, can it? Mama's busy with work. Work. You know that Mama's busy with work, right? What am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do.
That is true. There's nothing to be done. Nothing to be done about injuring your daughter, tearing her heart apart, and tears run with blood. Then there's nothing to be done about the same thing happening again, right here, right now. Come, Maria. That is enough for the excuses of the woman who calls herself a mother. Can you forgive her or not? Is she innocent or else guilty? Can't forgive her. Mama is guilty. I'll make the same thing happen to Mama that she did to Sakataro. Suck her tomorrow. Take Mama and rip her from the seam at the neck, rip her apart, and throw the cotton inside her everywhere.
Maria's eyes ominously flashed blue. In that instant, invisible massive arms stuck their fingernails out and grasped Rose's entire body tightly. The bones all throughout her body made sounds like twigs being stepped on as they readily cracked and broke. Rosa vaguely understood. The massive arms are probably my own arms from the time I tore Sakataro apart. You know, that's much more thinking than people would put into that. I'll admit that. Because I'd be like, I'm getting fucking torn apart. I mean, admittedly, I'm a writer, so maybe I would, but most people wouldn't, I think. From a stuffed animal's perspective, my arms must certainly have been this massive.
Writer or no, I think my reaction would be, ah!
I mean, yeah, fair. I guess it's how much time you have to think.
Yeah.
So I could imagine what would happen next. The sharp nails stuck strongly into the base of my neck, and I heard the skin tearing from my own ears. Then, watched over by the two witches, Rosa's flesh was split in two, top and bottom. And when Sakataro had been torn apart, bits of cotton had flown about like snowflakes. But in Rose's case, something like thick black tar came out, filthily flying all over the place. There wasn't even a trace of the red of blood. It was something black, filthy, and thick. Probably what a bloodless, tearless human kept inside their body instead.
Damn, bitch. This is incredible. Hideous. What filthy insides. It was splendid. Well then, is this enough for your revenge? Can you forgive your mother or not? Innocence or guilty? Still can't forgive. Still can't forgive. Guilty.
Beatrice brandished her pipe wand, and a surge of gold butterflies regenerated Rosa's broken body in an instant. Yeah,
bitch.
Yeah, that would probably be my reaction too, though. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, the old throat's coming back together.
Feel your great sin, which cannot be paid for by a single human life. And remember your own grievous sin. A twisted version of the chant.
Yep.
Come, try to remember. Remember how great a sin you committed.
Hello, is that you, Mama? What time will you be back? I'm sorry, I'm busy with work again today, so I'm staying over. Staying over at work again? Your job's being hard on you again today, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. I really am busy. I've been holed up at the company this whole time. I can't even get a breath of outside air. Mama's job isn't one I can just finish up quick. Unless I give them the best design I can, I won't be given another job. That's how tough this job is. So it always needs a lot of time. Yeah, understand. I'll be a good girl and watch over the house, so work really hard, finish it quickly, and come back home, okay? Thank you for understanding about Mama's work. Promise that I'll buy a delicious cake and bring it home with me tomorrow. Don't need cake. Instead of taking time to go to the cake store, I'd be happier if you just came home that little bit sooner. Aww. That hurts me right in the kokoro. Don't worry, I'll come back quickly. I promise.
I don't know why, but the joke drawing of the doll holding the good hunter just popped into my head. Look at this fish I caught.
Yeah. I promise. So let's eat delicious cake together. Let's drink delicious tea together.
Ember.
Let's
Shut
read.
up.
Let's read a new picture book together. Let's play with that wolves and sheep puzzle I bought recently. Both of us together. It's a promise. Yeah, promise. I'll be waiting. You're best at work, Mama.
Ember. Stop it. Go back to sleep, fucker. It's a lonely story, but this is good mother-daughter love, each showing consideration for the other. Is it not? Do you see any problem with it, Maria? Rosa?
That promise, I believe I kept it. The next evening, didn't I do as I promised and return earlier than usual the cake I bought?
That's not it. I knew that evening a pay-on-delivery package came for you, but there wasn't enough money in my wallet. So I called your company to ask you what to do. I'd been told only to call at special times, but I thought it'd be bad if the package was something important for your work. So I called.
Yeah, you know what you did.
And what I did They told me you had the day off. They told me that it had been decided long ago that you would have the day off, and that you had gone far away to play. I knew. The whole time, I knew that you were lying. But you know what? Sakataro scolded me, saying that it wasn't true. That Mama was very busy with her job every day. That there was no way she would abandon me in play. That the person who told me Mama had the day off must have made some kind of mistake. That's what Sakataro said.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, Sakataro is her childhood innocence.
Hmm. So I believed him. I believed him. I love Mom. And of course, Mama loves me too. Loves me too.
Yes, me too. I love you, Maria. Rosa let out a deep sigh. Maybe she felt the weight of her words. Then she set the receiver back on the bedside phone. The dark room made the window-side view of the starry sky on the ground stand out even more beautifully. On the table in front of that terrace was a very cold wine cooler, and the one she was enjoying a glass with was gazing at the scene below. You didn't tell your daughter that you were going on vacation? I told her once, but she made such a fuss about it that I decided not to tell her anymore. It's less of a pain that way. If you're worried about your daughter, surely you didn't have to force this into your schedule? Good on this guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, damn.
Yeah, like, it's not like he's over here cackling, like, yeah, let's go play. He's like, no, this seems wrong.
Seems kind of fucked up.
But that way we never get our schedules to match. Did I say not to worry about that? The slender, middle-aged man clad in a white robe gave a small sigh. Rosa reacted sensitively to that slight action. Come on, let's not talk about my
Wow.
daughter. It'd be a waste of this excellent wine.
Damn.
Yeah, goddamn. Huh, fair enough,
Huh.
Quinn.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not ever confirmed, but this happened suspiciously at the same point in time as a part of Higurashi where a character's dad was confirmed to be cheating on her mom. So it could be coincidence, it could be not. I find you fascinating as both a woman and a human being, but for that very reason I feel bad about taking so much of your time that it strains your relationship with your daughter. Aren't I always asking you not to worry about my relationship with my daughter? I make sure not to talk about her when I'm alone with you, don't I? Wouldn't even have phoned from up here if it weren't for the noisy drunks laughing stupidly in the lobby downstairs. Rosa, couldn't you reconsider sudden vacations like this in the future for your daughter's sake? Isn't it alright if we only do it when our schedules match? But then our schedules won't match at all. Don't you understand?
Yeah, I do.
I want to be
vaguely
with you
recall
all the
that
time.
sentence.
What did Bedward say, since it's not...
It's interesting because Higurashi also seems to exist in the witch world, like the Rika and Satoko Burn and Lambda connection, but also Battler says he read Higurashi in episode 1.
Yes. Yes.
However, considering we're working with multiversal bullshit here, I think that may be that in the fragment that Battler comes from, it is a book, but in another fragment, it actually happened.
Yeah.
Like somehow one of the characters, one of the people involved in the Higurashi thing had dreams about it and wrote it down. Right?
Yeah, because...
And turned it into a book.
Yeah, I can absolutely picture somebody seeing into another fragment.
Yeah. Which is not a rare occurrence for like seers and oracles in fiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of the times it's exactly like that. Where they're seeing some fucking like divergence timeline or whatever. Love between adults should be a little more stoic. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's how a child behaves when they're in love. Love between adults should be a little more stoic. Rosa, I feel sad too that I can never stay with you for very long. But I think we're enjoying a very full adult romance with the limited time and opportunities we have.
Quinn says Higurashi is a bit more magic is objective, provably real than Umineko is.
Yeah, which, fair.
Yeah, fair. I remember almost nothing of Higurashi, so.
Yeah.
I just remember like a couple of places where people died bloody. That's all I got.
Yeah, and like, that's fair enough for this universe. Like, yeah, it's, you know, there are various levels of corrosion and various levels of being able to interact with others.
And then again, like, Umineko is more about that fucking...
So you're telling me to be with my daughter more. Don't be a woman, be a mother? That is not what he's fucking saying. He's saying you have a responsibility to your kid.
Yeah, she's 9, bitch! It's not like she's 16. She's 9!
That's what you wish for too, isn't it? You must want to spend some relaxed time with your daughter. I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to say that I think it's sad for you to sacrifice your daughter so you can prioritize your time with me.
Ooh, boy.
Did you patch things up with your wife? You've started thinking you don't want to split up, haven't you? I don't want to talk about my wife, just like you don't want to talk about your daughter. You've started thinking that women with children are a pain. No, Rosa, you are internalizing a lot of bullshit. That man is literally saying, you have a child. You have a relationship with that child. We don't have to spend literally every moment together. You and I. Like, I've never said anything of the sort. Whenever someone finds out I have a child, they desert me. Even when I tell them that they don't need to worry about the cost of raising her, they all desert me.
Like, okay, I get that, because if I started dating someone and then, like, they said, oh yeah, I got a kid, I'd be like, nah, I'm out. But that's specifically because me being around a kid is probably not good for the kid. I am not a good influence. I very specifically am a warning to all others: do not be like me.
Yeah, like
I'm constructed that way from birth.
yeah, and for me, I do not have that capability to look after a kid.
Yeah, I probably don't either. I've never tried, so I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't.
Yeah, no, I get stressed out way too easily. And yeah, Bedward's like, he might be a hit it and quit it guy, but I don't know, because he is being very honest. Like, he's been saying literally everything he should. And I've got no reason to think he's lying yet. It's Rosa who is bringing all this into it. But it looks like you really don't like women with children. No, that's literally not what he said. That's not what I'm saying. Of course I like you, Rosa. Just trying to say to take better care of your daughter.
Poor phrasing. I mean, very direct and true, but also poor phrasing. I mean, that's true, bad words. But we also don't know if he's actually cheating on his wife or if they're
Separated,
right?
yeah. Like
we can assume that he's cheating on his wife, but we don't actually have any indication of that. We just know that he has a wife.
yeah, and Rosa even said, are you thinking of getting back together with her? So it might be that, he's playing the field, so to speak, while they decide on whether they're going to get a divorce or not. Like, yes, in an ideal world, everybody would be able to finish out a divorce, be by themselves for a while, and deal with that. But we are a social species. A lot of us do not like being alone for that long. And, obviously don't cheat. That's not what I'm saying. But it's relatively understandable for someone not to have finished out a divorce yet and have a partner.
Yeah. Especially when the legal proceedings for divorce, especially with when you actually have property and shit like that, can last year or 2 years or more.
Yeah, absolutely. And just some people do not want to be alone for that long. They'd rather get on with their lives. But yeah, take better care of your daughter. You must want that yourself, so I don't want you to hurt yourself by lying to your daughter.
Yeah, no cheating apology here going on.
That's all I'm saying.
Enough about the situation to
Yeah,
fucking say if it's cheating or not.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, is basically, I don't know if he's actually cheating. Also, another thing that people do is people in abusive situations will seek out other people to kind of see, it's a bad way of doing it, but they'll see, hey, am I attractive to other people? Can I survive without X person, abusive person in my life?
Yeah, which we have no proof of that so far either, but
yeah, no. But I'm just saying, that's another circumstance by which somebody, I would understand it. Just to be clear, in case anybody in that situation is listening.
Yep. Personally, whenever shit like that happens to me, I just fucking, I'm done. But I'm neurodivergent in a way that doesn't let me make those kinds of attachments, right? So
Yeah.
What I can do does not equate to what everyone should do. You shouldn't feel bad if you can't do what I can. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like I shouldn't feel bad that you can do stuff that I can't. In general, like feel certain emotions.
Yeah, absolutely. Liar, you just can't be bothered to deal with me anymore, can you? Yeah, and she's literally just making this up.
Oh yeah, just making it the fuck up.
Yeah, from everything I've seen, that's not what's going on. So either she's that insecure, or she needs to tell herself to make herself feel better about this situation. I never said that. No, I know, I can tell. After being abandoned so many times because of that child, I know, I can tell by your mood. Yes, you're the same. You're just like the other men. No, I don't think he has a problem
Rosa,
with...
calm the fuck down and have some Neapolitan, alright?
Yes.
Just like, not mine though. Mine is mine.
You don't want a woman with a child, you don't want a divorce, you don't want to deal with it. No. He did not complain at you about the phone call, he complained about you lying to your daughter. That is two very different things.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is definitely like internalized trauma.
Yep.
You don't want to become the parent of a child made with
This is
another man, right?
probably some shit that like Ava has said to her too, so.
Yeah. Shit Ava said to her, probably shit Kinzo said to her. No, of course you don't. I know exactly how that feels.
It's so weird to me that some people will feel like insecure if like their partner has children enough before they fucking met the partner. Right? Like that's just so goddamn weird to me.
It is incredibly weird. Unfortunately, I experienced that.
What? Huh?
Okay, family drama.
Okay.
Two different fathers. Me and my sister have two different fathers. Her father never liked me. Was much more like a mean older brother.
It's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be like I can see that, like it being tough to like have to raise this person that hates you or doesn't like you or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
absolutely.
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 But like what we're talking about here is like them just hating them for,
yeah.
Like
literally, I was born and raised calling this man dad, and he didn't like me.
Oof, your next door neighbors. Oof.
Ugh.
Yeah. My father has no other kids. It's just me. And it's the same for all my brothers. Each of them only is like a single child from their dad.
Yeah.
So like, and I've never like seen any of this shit in person. So like, it's definitely like very weird. Like I have no exposure to it except for like in fiction and stories from other. So it's like, what? I don't understand.
Yeah. Like, the minute I moved out of state, he never spoke to me again.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Guy's a dirtbag, though, so, like, I'm not missing out on anything, but I can say, yeah, I understand there are men who are like this, and it's like, fucking lie.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I don't even know my brother's dads. Like I met one of them and he was a bit of a dirtbag. And by a bit I mean a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any like realist contact with him. Like I was like 6 or 7 or something when I met.
Mm-hmm.
And my oldest brother's dad was dead like years before I was born. So
Oh yeah, and if I didn't say it before, if you're listening in, Poi Pal, thank you for the shout out like 9 days ago. I was looking at my activity feed and realized I might not have said that to Poi Pal.
I don't remember it, so you probably didn't. Your dad took your younger brother to live in Australia without telling you? What the fuck?
Wow.
Like no one bothered to tell your ass? What the hell?
Oh. Yeah, I had a feeling this is where this was going. I once went out with a man with children and I absolutely understood that feeling.
You are ridiculous, Rosa.
I believed that I could be together with you, a person who understood about my daughter.
Suffer, bitch.
That's right. You were always in the way. She literally wasn't, though. Like, literally, that man was okay with it. By all perceptions, he was happy to interact and go on dates that were far apart. You're the one who needed more affection. But you decided to make it Maria's fault instead of it being your own preferences. Which you can have your own preferences. Like, you should have went, all right, this isn't what I want out of a relationship, and that's okay. We can go separate ways. But no, you made it Maria's fault.
Weirdo.
If not for you, I would have been able to grasp my happiness as a woman long ago. Your existence constantly gets in the way of my happiness.
There's some internalized misogyny on here too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like,
I mean, in this line specifically.
yeah, absolutely.
Don't think that slipped past me. I saw it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, here in particular, but just in general, the Ushiromiya family is a bunch of internalized misogyny.
Oh yeah.
It's internalized misogyny, classism, and probably poor coping skills with neurodivergence in particular in a trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck you, lady.
You don't say that shit to your kids.
Holy fuck. Oh no. That's awful. Even I didn't want to give birth to you. No, that's wrong.
Okay, time to quote the Miette meme. 1,000 years of jail for mother.
Yes. I didn't think it'd be nice to build a happy... I did think it'd be nice to build a happy family together with you. But he disappeared right before you were born. He said he'd build a warm family with me. He tricked me and disappeared from my sight for all eternity. Only you were left. No love or memories or anything remained. Where is that man now?
This is why you have a bunch of money, Rosa. You use all of that money from the Ushiromiya family to track this motherfucker down and make his life hell.
Yeah, if you want to make anybody's life hell, make his life hell.
Yeah, for ditching you like that after fucking saying, "Oh yeah, it'll be fine. I'll stay with you for the to raise the kid." Oh,
Yeah, and if you didn't
you
want...
go after that bitch.
Yeah, and if you really didn't want the kid, I'm pretty sure that you could have talked one of your siblings into taking them or put her up for adoption.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's see.
He probably just turned my days with him into a warm memory and found a new love. And maybe that time he managed to build up a family. And me? I have you. Can't even look for love. Lady, you're literally making it her fault when you don't have to. Men can go between women as they like and brag about it. But the woman, me, I have you. I have you as a stone weight. And because of you, I can't search for romance. I can't have love. I have no choice but to live alone.
Okay, she was very wealthy, so this doesn't quite apply to her because, laws are suggestions for the wealthy. But it was illegal to have an abortion in Japan in 1977, I think, would be Maria's birth year.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And
No.
it wasn't until 1996 where it became so.
Yeah. No, I'm not even allowed I'm not even allowed at night to myself to drown my sorrows. Who are you? Who?
Her arms just broke.
You ruined my life and
her-
won't even let me have a new one. Just what are you to my life? Fucking hell. Die, disappear. I've hated you since the time you were born. I've hated you. I've hated you since the time you were in my womb. But I tried to stay positive and accept you. I've been doing my best to play the part of a good mother.
All right. We'll have a quick, 2-minute break to, breathe and calm the heart rate a little bit. And in the meantime, we can show Cappy.
Oh, yes, yes.
I was thinking about your PNG thing and then my little graphic over in the corner.
Fair enough.
Cappy is great. Cappy
Yes.
streams. Cappy does work.
Yes, yes.
Very good work, in fact.
Oh, that's yours.
All the art that you see on
but
screen that is
there
not
you
part
go.
of the visual novel is from Cappy.
Yes, indeed.
Link address. Here we go. And that fucking should also contain Cappy's Twitch, right? Yes, it's right
Yes.
there. Okay. Cappy is wonderful. Cappy does great work.
Yes, if you like happy, wholesome games,
Which I will never play in my entire life.
but if you like things like Stardew Valley, that is what they've been playing.
Okay. I thought you were going to say something else, because, Stardew Valley, I actually have played that. And,
Yeah.
But, just like every other game I play, I turn it into a fucking bloodbath, so... I choose the October Halloween Witch Forest start. I go into the mines and just murder shit for days on end.
I mean, fair.
Fucking, when I was playing with Trig, I made up a whole ass story about my character being a retired hunter. That it's just all right, I'm done fighting monsters, and then move to this town only to find more monsters. And then she's just like, fuck, shit, damn it.
The hunters crave the mines.
Go down into the mines. It's I just wanted some copper. God damn it! Why are there slimes and monster bats here? What the
Damn.
fuck?
Yes. Now back to the anger.
Well, actually, additional shilling here. While we have a moment, remember to use your Twitch Prime subs if you got any. Not necessarily on me, although I would greatly appreciate it if you did give me that money.
Yes.
But it's free money. It's free money for whatever streamer that you give it to. So just choose someone.
Yes,
Cycle
absolutely.
it out every now and then. Who cares? Just make sure you don't not use it.
Yeah.
It's not like it stockpiles every month. Like you only get one a month. Period.
Yep.
All right, back to it.
Yes, I did my best. As other women of my generation enjoyed being single, sometimes playing with passion, or even being joined with someone in love, I watched from the sidelines. Stuck wearing the two hats of a mother and a woman. You know what you could have done? Either change your preferences, or just hired a fucking sitter.
Yeah, you could have hired a sitter this entire fucking time.
You are a wealthy-ass woman.
Absolutely did not need to just leave her by herself in that house alone all the time. You could have just hired a fucking sitter. Good gods.
Whoever showed appreciation for my efforts.
Son of a bitch. I just had a great idea for a comedy. Hell as the sitter. The Norse goddess, for anyone wondering. Because the captioner is not going to pick up with the single L. Yeah, but she's also disgustingly wealthy.
Yeah.
So
Like-
she could make it happen.
Yeah, she could literally have had a maid. But yeah, still worth knowing about for, the actual historical stuff.
Yeah, that is good information.
So. But yeah, she could have made it happen.
Personally, with Japanese stuff, I'm more interested in pre-World War II Japan. And this is for a practical reason. I have a character that, is Japanese, but moved from Japan before World War II.
Hmm. No
It's
one
the
admired me. No one praised me. Maria literally did. Which I know that's where this conversation line is going, but come on, Rosa.
Yeah. Rosa, when you have enough money, you could hire someone to do literally anything.
Ugh. Though, I am sorry in the early days she got hit with this. Because...
Yeah, that is gross.
That is gross, no matter who it's happening to. I got what I deserved. You don't want a woman with a kid? Sour grapes? You're looking for a girl who's sweet and pure? Well, who the hell wants you, you goddamn inexperienced punks?
Well, apparently you did if you're getting salty about it.
I was so desperate I probably looked like I'd fall for you easy. Yes, damn right I was desperate. I'm still at the age where I want to know love. You can find love at any age, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. I know people who got fell in love and got married at fucking 68. So.
And I was being swamped with work and caring for my child, and when I realized that I would probably grow old and live out my life like this, you can't even imagine how desperate I was. Again, I feel like you could have hired one maid.
It's one singular maid or nanny.
Yeah, something. Because I know that rich people all throughout history in all places did not just look out after their kids by themselves.
Yeah, absolutely not. I know you guys are just playing, but you can't do that during the stream. Then you'll start yelling at each other and ruining the stream. Yes, handsome boy. I know I'm a little loud right now, but that's because like I'm leaning forward in my chair to reach my cat, who's on the floor.
Oh, fuck you, lady. Of course I hate your real father too, but he and I both share the blame for bringing about that breakup. I myself might have been enough of a pain in the ass to make him run away. But the breakups after that, all of them were your fault. No, you made it her fault. We saw you make it her fault.
Yeah. Like your own insecurities, like just sort of like bubbled over.
Yeah, you let your own insecurities get to you, and you didn't like that morally dubious feeling you had from lying to your daughter and having it pointed out to you. And he tried to have an adult conversation with you, and you shut down.
Phoenix.
When did I ever
Okay.
scold you for that? Never, did I? Literally every time you hit her, probably. Like, not in words, but, like, that's really the reason you're doing it, isn't it?
Go.
The day after one man left me when I wanted to drink myself dead drunk was Parents' Day at your school. I was there, my tear-stained eyes disguised with heavy makeup. And the way I felt when you said something off the mark and the whole class laughed at you. So she has to be perfect because you're sad.
Yeah. Not great.
Is something I expect you and everyone else on this planet couldn't possibly understand. Lady, there are plenty of
That's not her
people.
fault.
Yeah, first off, not her fault. Second off, plenty of people are single mothers with neurodivergent kids. And they don't hit them.
At least they fucking shouldn't.
Or at least they shouldn't, but there's plenty who do not, is my point. There's some
Yes.
that do. I'm sure, but... Ugh. I hate you, loathe you. And up to this very moment, I've never really loved you, even once.
Rosa, you are making this so much worse for yourself.
Yeah, you're about to join that angel from Supernatural in Turbo Hell.
Just a quick little exploding car filled with hammers for you.
Props to the voice actress, though. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maria's face was frozen. If words really were blades, Maria's whole body would probably have been stained red with fresh blood by now. Yeah. Yeah, you did not deserve to hear that. And that's even with you having broken her hands. You still didn't deserve to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Even after gaining the power of a witch and resolving herself to take revenge for Sakataro, she couldn't stand these curses coming out of her mother's mouth.
That's when you just like reach out with your magic, grab that tongue, and yoink.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for signing up for the subscription to Infinite Hell.
Yeah. This is where that classic hex of like spitting up nails comes from. is this shit right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the bench with it. Shut up, cat. Okay. Man, 3, 2. Oh.
Though
Look, Rosa may be an awful person, but it's not because she's lustful, alright?
I think she's using a different definition of lustful in that she wants to seek it all the time as far as intimacy. And that isn't necessarily just sexual, that is affectionate intimacy as well. To the point of detriment to everybody and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably using like the 7 deadly sins version, you know, where it's like actually a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugly. How ugly is a woman drowning in lust? This is this woman's true nature. Even I, as a 1,000-year-old witch who has explored the depths of evil, find this most difficult to watch. Maria, now is the time for you and her to part ways. Smash the ugly lump of meat that calls herself your mother. There is no meaning in your pure soul being bound any longer in the chains of parent and child. With your own hand, release your own soul now. You have now gained the teeth and claws to protect yourself.
That's a hell of a face.
Mm,
N- I think
I'll
I'll.
make you learn all the days of pain that I went through. What's going on? What?
Oh, I was questioning who should read. But you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, she's dressed as a witch right now, so it's me.
Yeah.
I'll get revenge for my days of suffering.
Aren't you the one who's been making me suffer? I'm the one who wants revenge. I should have done that before you were born.
Rosa, I've got a dull spoon and you can't fight back.
I should never
Don't
have given
take it.
birth to you. Get out of my life.
Crunchy.
As Rosa howled, her upper body was crushed in a way that can only be described by the word splat.
Boys.
And in an instant was turned into something similar to a wrung, blood-stained towel.
Damn. Get crushed. I'm sorry. Like the way that's phrased, like reminds me of like the get stick bugged idiot thing, or
Yeah.
get fucked idiot, shit like that.
Yeah.
Get crushed, idiot. Can't forgive. Can't forgive. You filth. That form suits you.
Even though everything from Rosa's waist downwards was upright as normal, the upper half of her body alone was crushed. The extreme difference was altogether bizarre. When she fell over, then she fell over, but her body was regenerated the instant she fell. You die. Ugh. It's
Worse,
like you're
bitch.
getting worse with each regeneration.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is this all there is to your anger and sadness? Now is the time for revenge. Time for the settlement of anger and sadness. Take it out on her. Spit it out at her. Push out all of the wedges that have been driven into your chest and fling them back.
Maria's howl was colored by the ugly sound of flesh and bone being simultaneously crushed. As Rosa, who had foully insulted Maria, lay spread-eagled, a neat, perfect circle area of her chest was squashed into a pulp, as though it had been trampled by an invisible elephant. Her heart and her lungs and her ribs were trampled so mercilessly that they were completely indistinguishable. That might have symbolized the pain in Maria's heart up until today.
So, Maria, are you now satisfied? Can you forgive your mother's sin? Or not? Innocent or guilty? Can't forgive. Still can't forgive. Can't forgive at all. Mama is guilty, 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 guilty. Can't forgive. Naturally, how could your days of anguish be equaled by this level of punishment? You will learn, Rosa. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? Revive in order to be killed. Be killed in order to purify your sins over and over. How very Christian of you.
Yeah. Though, I mean, a lot of this is, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's just like earlier on, the witches were described as like spitting in the face of God and all that stuff. But it's also just like, oh, I mean, you're just doing Christian shit.
Beato waved her wand, her body was regenerated again, and Rosa sat up, coughing violently in pain. And once again she sped out curses, rejecting Maria.
You aren't Mama. You're a witch tormenting me and Mama. I won't forgive you just because you look like Mama. Won't forgive you.
You're the witch, always reading creepy books and playing witches. You're the one who should disappear. Because of you, even I get treated like a weirdo. Because of you. Because of you. I should never have given birth to you. I wish you had never been born. I hated you. I hated you since before you were born. Maria screamed. Was she unable to bear her anger and sadness, or else was she taken over by an indescribable emotion? It was surely a cry of hopelessness, and yet this was the reality that had to be accepted. Even Maria knew. She had known that she was thought of as a nuisance. But even though she knew it, she did not believe it. She believed that she was loved by her mother. And all the various events that should have made her doubt this, she did her utmost to interpret it in positive light, trusting and clinging to her mother's love. But she had no one except her mama. Despite all this, she really did love her mama. Wanted to return to the days when she could still believe that her mama loved her too. So she howled. She brought everything to nothing. She would not accept it. She denied it. She denied the Black Witch making her mother say such things. and the part of herself that couldn't forgive that mother. But she couldn't deny it. This was reality, fact, truth, the answer. Unmistakable, absolute reality. Maria turned Rosa into a lump of meat over and over. In a dark world that reflected her heart, over and over it echoed. That ugly sound which would make one want to cover their ears of flesh and bone being torn apart. Each time Beatrice revived Rosa, she dragged her back into the world of endless torture from which even death was no escape. This was the true deepest hell that the endless witch Beatrice could create. However, this world was not made endless by Beatrice's will, because every time Rosa turned into a lump of meat, Beatrice asked the same question of Maria.
Are you satisfied? Can your anger forgive your mother? No way, no way. Won't forgive, won't forgive. I'll teach you all of my pain, teach you much, much more. Still not enough, not close to enough. Since I was born, since before I was. I can't erase the anger and sadness of being despised for all that time.
Oh, she's kind of even saying it in the same sing-song voice she said I love you in.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. I hate you. Yeah, you really are just getting worse with each bit of torture, aren't you? Oh, the game audio's not on stream. Let me see.
That's not good. Is it not hooked in properly?
Apparently it didn't hook in properly. Shit.
Oh boy. That's 2 hours.
Yeah, I think you folks are just gonna have to put up with the lack of sounds on the video. I am going to try and fix it so it's not like this any longer. How about now, video game?
Break for a minute. While we fix this. Take a minute.
Yeah, just hold on a minute. Let me see. I'm gonna pause.
Good now?
Alright, everybody, we have resolved the audio issue. Enjoy those past 2 hours, but I am not making Cat do this again. Not that it's that much of a bother, but I'm like, I'll just keep my bod and do it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't have a... I don't have your image up or chat or anything.
Yeah.
I just got like a screen of like the stream. That's it.
Yeah. Again and again she revived her. Again and again she returned her to a lump of meat. In all kinds of ways, she crushed her, smashed her, beat her, and tore her to bits. Which, by the way, thank you for telling us, Quinn, because we definitely wouldn't have noticed. I'll have to be more careful about that in the future.
Yep, this is what I'm doing every day when I'm checking the audio. It's making sure everything is hooked in and I'm hearing sounds and like the equalizers like moving, the audio monitor and all that.
Yeah. The thing is, I need to switch over the live and do that because I keep forgetting to double check that. Because I just checked that Discord is working and that my mic is working.
Yeah, that's not. That's how you get in trouble.
Yeah. Flying blood, splatter, and flesh had by now turned the once pitch-black world into a mix of red and black. Maria's anger was still not settling down. It was as though she was disgorging all of the rage she had suppressed from the time of her birth until the day. All that was poison to
Yeah,
her
I wish I
heart.
could do that.
Then would the repeated murder of her mother purify her soul? Could these pointless atrocities save her soul even just a little bit? This endless torture might have started serving as a slight diversion from her sad, unrewarded life. After all, it seemed that she had finally been able to regain her smile.
Learn it, you, the source of my unhappiness. Learn it. Learn that my pain is greater than this. What's wrong? Aren't you going to laugh anymore? Try and laugh.
Half of her skull collapsed. Eyeballs flew out and black cranial fluid gushed. Fragments of teeth scattered.
Come on, revive. Try and laugh. Come on, come on.
Her whole chest, along with her ribs, turned inside out, spewing her filthy innards everywhere around her. All of them writhed, looking like some kind of foul creature.
Come on, come on, come on, revive. Can you still laugh? Can you still laugh?
Rosa couldn't let out a laugh anymore, but her face was laughing. It was covered with a twisted laugh, which was filled with a malice that rejected her unwanted daughter. I erased that laughing voice. Next, I'll erase that laughing face. I'll erase it, I'll crush it, I'll tear it to bits.
Laugh. Try and laugh, Mama. Artist needs to go back to figuring out how teeth work.
No, I think they did that on purpose.
No, I mean like the placement is just like not right. Like you can twist as much as you like, but like it's just. Although we don't really get the splash screens of them showing their teeth very often, so I don't know if this is like a normal thing.
Yeah, I feel like this is specifically for them twisting up her face.
Laugh. Try and laugh, Mama. What's wrong, Mama? Wake up. Read me a picture book. Let's go take a walk. Tell me you love me. Make a promise for next Sunday. Let's go shopping. Let's go to the movies. And then, of course, break that promise anyway. Isn't it fun, Mama? Isn't it fun? I'm playing with you now. There was too many ha-has for the voice. That's right, you are now playing with your mother, having fun with her. Tell me your emotions now. I believe they should not be of anger or sadness or pain. Yeah, you're right, I can feel it, Beatrice. I'm having so much fun right now. I'm having so much fun now. I'm playing with Mama, so it's tons of fun. And even though I'm killing Mama over and over again, I can bring her back to life with just a single bit of magic. I took care of my toys because I couldn't fix them if they broke. But if the toys could be fixed, I'd want to break them over and over again.
Oh boy, she's on her full corruption arc.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, what's up with Ryukishi on this one? Because, like, even if I could just, like, magically fix my shit, I still wouldn't want to break it for the most part.
Yeah, I never really got that, but some people break their controllers, and I don't get that either.
I mean, I've broken controllers before, but not, like, on purpose or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm talking about the people who rage and do it on purpose, basically.
Yeah, no, I've just, like, tossed it on the desk and, like, it just hit at the wrong fucking angle.
Oh, yeah. No,
Cracked the damn, like,
yeah, no, not that
bunker
kind
or
of
some
thing.
shit.
Like, that kind of thing can happen, well, by accident.
Yeah. Although once I did break it and like I tossed it onto something, and like once I realized it was broken, I was like, well, fuck, might as well just shatter it then.
I mean, that's also fair and valid. Like,
That's not working anymore. Fuck you, Crunch.
yeah, and also it is a commentary on what happens when a person's actions are divorced from the consequences. And
Yeah, I mean, I imagine so. It's just sort of like I do have a destructive impulse. So, like, don't get me wrong. But like when I want to destroy something, I want it to stay destroyed, not keep destroying it over and over. Right? Like the consequence is what I'm after.
yeah, like I can see that perspective too. But I get what Quinn's saying here, and probably what Ryukishi is saying. In that,
Yeah, I think I get it as well. It's just sort of I just have to think about that for a minute.
yeah. But yeah, I get it. It's a certain thing of, divorcing from consequences, but also you're still hurting somebody, and yeah, there's just a fucked up thing about being an infinite witch.
Yeah, like it's absolutely not actually divorced from consequences. Like, it's still being broken. The person still remembers being broken, etc.
Yeah.
でも、作太郎は治らないんだね。治せないんだね。
But Sakataro won't be fixed. It can't be fixed
作ったママが、産んだママが認めないから。
because Mama who made him, Mama who gave birth to him, won't accept him.
私もママに認められてないんだね。
I'm not accepted by Mama either, am I?
だから壊れたマリアももう治らないんだね。
So the broken Maria can't be fixed anymore either.
That's a full breakdown.
Yep.
楽しいな。楽しいよママ。
It's fun. It's so much fun, Mama.
こんなにも楽しくなったらなぜかママが許せる気がしてきたの。
I'm having so much fun that somehow I'm starting to feel like I could forgive you.
ねえベアト、これはとっても不思議な感情。どうしてマリアはママを許せる気持ちになってきたの？
Hey, Beato, this is a really strange emotion. Why? Why have I started to feel like I could forgive Mama?
それは生き死にを自由にできる力を得た魔女のみがたどり着く達観の境地よ。
That is the enlightened state that is only reached by witches who have gained the power to control life and death at will.
いつでも殺せる。
You can kill her at any time.
必要なら蘇らせる。
You can bring her back to life if needed.
面倒ならまた殺せばいい。
If she becomes a pain, then you can simply kill her once more.
それをいつでも指一本鳴らすだけでできることを知ったなら、人の世のざれ言など、そのすべては聞き流すに等しい虫の声いいかよ。
Once you've learned that you can do this anytime simply by snapping your fingers, the nonsense of the human realm, all of it becomes unworthy of lending an ear to, of less importance than the chirping of insects.
そなたに母を許そうという感情が芽生えたのは、そなたが母の愛に目覚めたからではない。
You begin to feel like forgiving your mother not because your eyes were open to your mother's love.
そなたが今こそ真の魔女の世界の入り口に立ったからだ。
It was because now, as of that moment, you stand at the entrance to the world of true witches.
ようこそマリア。深淵なる、そして甘美なる魔女の世界へ。
Welcome, Maria, to the profound and sweet world of witches.
なんだ。マリアはもうマリアじゃない。まだ見習いかもしれないけれど、人間の世界を超えた。
I've done it. I'm not Maria anymore. Still an apprentice, maybe, but I've surpassed the human world.
私はもう原初の魔女見習いマリアなんだ。
Now I'm the apprentice witch of origins, Maria.
もう私は何も悔しくない、悲しくない。
There's nothing to make me feel bitter, nothing to make me sad.
ママ、許してあげるよ。きっと私はママを許せる。もうちょっとしたら許せると思うの。
Mama, I'll forgive you. I'm sure I can forgive you. I think I'll be able to forgive you after just doing a little bit more.
だって魔女だから。
After all, I am a witch. Look at them chompers.
Yep.
Them fangs. Look at them.
Mm-hmm. Same chompers when, there was that situation of,
Battler getting eaten.
well, Battler getting eaten, but also, like, when Rosa was being fed a bunch of awful things made of her relatives.
Yeah. I think there was also, like, Ginzo at some point getting eaten. I don't remember. I think it was both of them in the same fucking, like, tea party.
Maria
Something like that.
probably would forgive her mother eventually, after brutally murdering her countless times, generously. Whoa, that last thunderbolt was huge.
Finally.
Must be pretty close, don't you think?
みたいだね。
It looks like
い
it.
つになっても落雷にはビクッとさせられるね。
No matter how old you get, thunder still makes you jump.
That's baby shit, George.
Yeah, but I suppose if you have a childhood fear of thunder, it's likely
Oh,
that...
yeah. If you're actually scared of thunder, like, I'm not making fun of anything.
Yeah. Mostly just saying get dunked on Battler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, like, both of these nerds, get dunked on both of you.
Yes. So I still have the same reaction to thunder I did when I was a kid, which is, ooh, thunder.
Yeah. That's fair. It's the same thing for me. It's like, I'll just be sitting here with my feet on the floor, and then, like, huge thunder will roll in, my boots will vibrate, and it's just like, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Exactly.
I said nothing like dim the lights, captioner. What the fuck?
King Captioner. Battler was looking at the dark night through a crack in the curtains. Every once in a while, a pale white lightning bolt would light up the sky, and he seemed to be enjoying it. Ah, yeah, you're probably dreaming about the shit you're doing.
Yep, probably.
なんだよ。バトラが騒がしくしてるからマリアが起きちゃったじゃねえか。
Oh, please, Battler, you're making so much noise that Maria's woken up now.
ごめんなマリア。
Sorry, Maria.
バトラが騒がしくて。
Battler's so noisy.
なんだよ、俺のせいかよ。悪いな、マリア。
What the heck, it's my fault. Sorry, Maria.
出ていいぞ。
You can go back to
お
sleep.
やすみな。
Night-night. Maria was looking a bit hazy with drowsy eyes. She was probably still half asleep and couldn't think straight.
もういい。寝ない。
Had enough, won't sleep.
いいから寝てろって。
It's okay, sleep.
まだ寝ぼけてるぜ。
You're still half asleep right now.
寝ぼけてない。
Not half asleep.
なんだよ。もろに寝ぼけてるじゃねえか。
Come on, you're blatantly half asleep.
寝てろ寝てろい。
Lie back down, lie back down.
寝ぼけてない。寝ぼけてない。
Not half asleep, not half asleep. Well, now you've woken her up for real, Battler. Fuck you.
よせってバカバトラー。
Quit it, Battler, you dumbass.
もう寝起きのこの機嫌を悪くするなんてバカだな。
What are you thinking, getting a kid who's just woken up into a bad mood?
寝ぼけてない、寝ぼけてないもん。
Not half asleep, not half asleep.
分かってるよ、マリアちゃん。寝ぼけてなんかないよ。
I understand, Maria. You aren't half
だ
asleep.
から落ち着
So
いて。
calm down.
寝ぼけてないもん。
Well, not half asleep, not half asleep. Maybe it was because of her dubious mental state after waking up, but Maria suddenly threw a tantrum. Battler's mind had
I
only been
understand
teasing
that,
her a little
like-
bit.
Fucking like waking up and seeing some shit. Like you're still like half asleep, but you're just like, oh fuck that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That pisses me off.
Oh yeah. Like, I won't specify the family drama, but I was woken up by a phone call involving some family drama bullshit.
Oh no. Like that's the worst. It's like you woke me up for this stupid shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, and I had to take care of part of it. For reasons. It's like, this is not how I wanted to wake up. In Battler's mind, he was only teasing her a little bit, so he was taken aback by this extreme overreaction. George hugged her and held her head, trying to calm her down, but Maria's tantrum wasn't quelled easily. Battler and Jessica were trying to push the blame on each other, saying, it's your fault. It's your fault too. No, Battler, that's squarely your fault. Fucking go into a Dagoza stance and say, I'm sorry, you are not half asleep.
こら、二人とも静かにし。ジェシカちゃん、ポットにまだお湯があったよね。
Hey, be quiet, you two. Jessica, there was still some hot water in the pot,
お
right?
茶でも入れてあげてくれる？
Could you make some tea for her?
落ち着いた。
Did you calm down, Maria?
うーん
Looked like her
She's
tantrum
like-
was dying down bit by
Sitting there
bit,
like, yeah, but I'm still mad.
but she was still glaring at Battler, who made fun of her with sharp
バト
eyes.
ラ君もふざけて言っただけなんだよ。
Battler was just messing
マリア
around.
ちゃんが寝ぼけてるなんて思っ
He
て。
doesn't really think you're half
だか
asleep,
ら落ち着いて。
so calm down, alright? George noticed. Maria was staring at Battler with incredible eyes. And despite having just displayed all that emotion, she laughed in a small voice.
It's like I'm exploding your head with my brain right now.
Yeah. She is a curse in you, boy. I don't know what's gonna happen to you. And which version of it's gonna happen to. But,
Fucking Battler sitting at the game board like, oh fuck.
yeah, like, fuck. I don't know exactly which world this is gonna happen in, but I should keep an eye out.
Sitting there like, shit, dude. That's not good. I'm not gonna enjoy this, am I?
Instead of a laugh, it seemed more like she was muttering while sabering. Or else counting each he. So each time she said he, she was making something brutal happen over and over.
Yeah, she's definitely exploding your head with her brain right now.
George felt something creepy for a split second, but he wasn't able to notice the madness that, for a brief moment, peeked out of the depths of the girl's eyes. After remaining spaced out for a short period of time, Maria stopped her bizarre, quiet laugh and pushed George's arm aside as though telling him to let go.
うん許す
Forgive him. Okay, so yeah, she literally was torturing him in the other world.
Well, we'll see in a minute if that was real.
マリアちゃんは偉いな。
Really, you're such a good girl,
バ
Maria.
トラ君、マリアちゃんが許してくれたよ。
Battler, Maria forgave you. Make up with her.
ああ、悪いな。からかって許してくれ。
Sorry for teasing you. Forgive me.
ほらマリア仲直りの印にカフェオレ作ってやったぜ
Here you go, Maria. We made you cafe au lait. To show we've made up with you.
砂糖いっぱい入ってるから甘いぜ
It's got lots of sugar in it, so it's
い
sweet.
らないでも許すよ
Don't want it, but forgive you,
魔女だからね
because I'm a witch. One more time, Maria laughed in a creepy, quiet voice. but it was only for a very short time, so Battler and Jessica didn't think much of it. They decided to think that probably it had only looked that way for an instant when a flash of lightning had lit up her cheek with a pale white light.
Big doubt.
Then they heard the sound of loud and hasty footsteps rushing towards them from the hall. Oh yeah, that should be Goda and Kumasawa.
Yep. Should be.
It is already about 10:30 at night. A time that could safely be called late at night. Hearing footsteps like that at this time was not very peaceful. Then along with the clearly...
No shit, narrator.
Then, along with the clearly disquieting a wild series of knocks, they heard Goda's and Kumasawa's voices that clearly told them that this was an abnormal situation. Children, are you there? Are you there? It's Goda. It's Kumasawa. Is everyone alright? What shall I do? What shall I do? When George opened the door, the two of them tumbled in, sopping wet. It looked like they had dashed here from the mansion without an umbrella. I would too! Yeah, I'm not stopping at the umbrella hook. Running from one of the 72 goetic demons. What's gotten into you? What's happened? It was the Master Kraus, Lord Kraus. He... was a pitch black room.
Dungeon, huh?
Yep, that is what the new chapter's called. There were no windows, and by the light from the weak bulb, one could only just barely make out the state of things around them. It appeared to be an old, forgotten, dusty underground storehouse with some kind of furniture haphazardly thrown into it. However, even with just a little light, one could at least tell it probably wasn't a storehouse, because the room was sealed off with iron bars. Where is this? Not a clue. Is this place underneath the mansion? Is there this kind of room directly underneath the dining hall? Which, if we assume this is partial reality, that says a lot about fucking Kinzo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it does anyway, but if magic isn't involved, that's even creepier. They had been dropped into what had appeared to be a pit and fallen into this room. Therefore,
well, we already know that no matter like what kind of like weird magic is going on, he did lock some young girl up in a like
mansion, yeah.
walled mansion on his private island.
Yeah,
for
like
a decade or so.
Yeah, like, oh, obviously already doesn't say great things about him. But I have concerns that he had more than one prisoner that he had to deal with. Because one woman or one girl is enough, but multiple people? However, not even Kraus could bring himself to believe that there were pitfalls rigged in the beloved dining hall where he had enjoyed his meals for years, and that directly below it was this dungeon-like room. That would be the place to put a pitfall, though.
Yeah, so you could sit at the head of the table and just be like, alright, fuck you all, and hit a button.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, yeah, that's where you would rig it. However, not even Kraus, where he had enjoyed his meals for years, and directly below it was this dungeon-like room. But the ceiling, when they looked up, was made of rugged stone, and they could not understand from where in that ceiling they could have fallen. My guess would either be that's not actually solid stone and it slides, or there's actually a literal slide chute going somewhere else beneath the mansion.
Could be, yeah.
Now, all 5 people who had been dropped here thought the same thing. Although they had felt the sensation of being dropped into a pit, there's no way they could be pitfalls in the dining hall, nor could this dungeon-like place be directly underneath it. I mean, I guess you could have just gotten knocked the fuck out and dragged here.
Yeah, fucking gassed.
Yeah.
Get chloroformed, idiot.
But in point of fact, they had fallen into this place and were locked in. And so, they were confused. It is lucky that no one was hurt after falling from such a height. I hope you get this out of this alive, Nanjo. Because you're probably one of the people who least deserves to be in this situation.
Yeah, as far as we know, at least.
I mean, as far as we know, yeah, you could be a serial puppy killer. I don't know. But from all evidence, you're so far not done anything. Shannon, Cannon, did either of you two know about this room?
いいえ、僕たちもこのような部屋のことは存じかねます。
No, we also have no knowledge of any room like this.
本当に
Really?
It would be cleaner if they did.
本当にこの部屋知りません。
Really, we really don't know any room like this. It seemed that Kiri thought that there was a good chance that despite their age, they might know of the mansion's secret tricks as servants permitted the one-winged eagle. There was a long silence as if evaluating their answer. No, it's probably true that they don't know.
Yeah, like I said, it'd be cleaner if they did.
Okay, that's actually kind of amusing. Shannon is a very tidy person, after all. If he had known about this room, it would probably have been scrubbed until it was sparkling.
Shannon, this is or not Shannon, this is where you like look at the floor and just be like, yeah, this is gross.
The filth of this room is proof that you two don't know of it. More importantly than that, I think we should worry about what to do now, don't you? Exactly. We need to call the police, or rather call for medical assistance as soon as possible. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
Nanjo's words rang hollow. Obviously, 6 people had been killed in the dining hall. They had all witnessed the exact moments when the 6 had been killed. And what's more, it had been done by half destroying their heads. Anyone could tell with just a single glance that they had been dealt a fatal injury. Everyone understood that calling for an ambulance now would be completely meaningless.
Believe it or not, narrator, some people have survived that, which is fucked up.
Yeah, more than a little bit. But that aside, call an ambulance anyway, because somebody might need one by the time they get there.
Oh yeah.
ありがとう、南條先生。私たちは伴侶がもう生きてはいないことを理解できた。
Thank you, Dr. Nanjo. We already understand that our partners are no longer alive.
休めでも救急と言い添えてくれて。
Thanks for trying to console us by mentioning medical assistance. Yeah, no, you just kind of have to accept that harsh reality. Yeah, you should have been better to her. Once again, an impressive silence took control of them. The Krause shook his head harshly over and over and decided just now to forget the pain of losing his wife, and dedicate himself to figuring out where they were.
もう口で言って理解や説明が求められる段階にもうない。
Everyone, listen to me. Dad is beyond hope now. The time for words and seeking comprehension or an explanation is long past. Nobody
No
answered.
shit, Kraus.
Without
He
any
just shot 6 people in the face.
without any discussion or mercy, 6 people had been killed in an instant. And Kento had so boldly proclaimed for them to become sacrifices in a 13-person murder ritual. Since they had been locked up in this place, they too would become the ritual's next sacrifices before long. Around this time, their eyes were becoming used to the darkness, and bit by bit they were starting to be able to make out the dungeon's interior. What they thought was furniture haphazardly left in the dungeon turned out not to be furniture at all. They were small cages that could be used to imprison a single person, restraining tables.
Oh my God. This is just like getting even worse.
Or were those torture racks? Yeah.
This is getting so much worse.
Yeah. Remember what we were saying about the Ushiromiya family not being involved in torture?
Fuck, dude. Battler got to be sitting on at the fucking game board being like, Grandpa, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, hold on. What's going on?
What in the goddamn is this?
Listen, this has nothing to do with whether they're witches or not. Could you tell me if that exists in all fragments?
Yeah, it's like, just ignore the witch thing for now. Does that exist in the fragment I came from? Because if so, it's kind of fucked up. That's very worrying.
Yeah, like, there are some things I need to tell the police officers.
No matter what happens after this, I need to talk to the cops about my granddad.
Yeah, like, just be like, I'm planning on getting out of this, so tell me in red. Should I be looking for that?
Should I be looking into this when I get out of here? Shit.
At any rate, it was obviously more ghastly than a mere jail cell. Since those objects were rusted and covered in thick layers of dust, there was no doubt that they had been long forgotten. Maybe you could even call those things Kinzo's sealed and forgotten madness. Oh. However, it was this room in which they had now been locked away. Those objects weren't exactly comforting to the people who were locked up, hoping to be released without harm. Anyway, let's get out of here. We've lost loved ones and friends, and would like to spend some time shedding tears. But more than that, I'm worried about the children. Yeah, that's fucking fair. Man's on a murder spree, and he could decide, hey, the children are convenient. Wonder if the children are safe. All we could do is pray. Come to think of it, Kumasawa and Goda aren't here. Perhaps they were able to get away safely. You never know. It'd be a relief if they were able to meet up with the children. You're being the opposite of that right now.
That may be true, Shannon, under normal circumstances, but 6 people getting shot in the face right in front of them and then someone trying to, like, zoop them into a hell dungeon is not the kind of...
Yeah. Goda can be
I would be more
upon.
worried if someone didn't freak out at that point, because, like, if they didn't freak out, that means they've probably seen that before.
Yeah. Goda can be relied upon in times of crisis, and Kumasawa is knowledgeable and calm. I'm sure they would be helpful to the children. Goda can hold a door at least.
Yeah, there's that.
I hope so. Shannon and Kraus smiled bitterly a little. They quickly realized how improper that was and stopped clearing their throats.
楽観はできないよ、姉さん。僕らに続いて、もう襲われてしまってる可能性だってある。
We can't be too optimistic, Shannon. There's a chance they have already been attacked after we
同
were.
感ね。お父様が食堂で執行したのは魔女の碑文の第1の番の6人殺しなんでしょ。
1 second, I had food.
Yep, you're all good. Don't worry about it.
I agree. What Father carried out in the dining hall was the 6 murders of the first twilight from the witch's epitaph, right?
なら第2の番は寄り添いし2人を引き裂け。
Then the second twilight is to tear apart the two who are close. Alright, now will it show me who was murdered? No.
If you click on them, does it change anything?
You.
No, it doesn't. Huh.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's sort of sad. Getting a little artifacting on the street.
Oh, is there artifact?
Yeah, like it's not this time. It's not like popping up with a little orange or not, yellow exclamation point up in the corner. So I'm just like, it's just sort of a little weird that I'm getting artifacting on that screen.
Yeah, interesting. It's the discard screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, well. But we can kind of. So, these two are gone. He's gone. She's gone. It would be Shannon and George would be a possibility.
Yeah. It's probably the closest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's the closest.
逃げ隠れて寄り添っている郷田さんと熊沢さんがもう殺されている可能性だって否定できないわ。
We can't deny the possibility that Goda and Kumsaw may have been killed, having run away to hide together in close company.
きっとゲストハウスに合流してて子供たちを守ってくれているなんて楽観。現時点では全くできないわよ。
We can't cling to the optimistic idea that they definitely got to the guest house and are protecting the children. Carrie coldly analyzed the worst case scenario. Even for her, it was heartbreaking to have lost her beloved husband. But right now, the most important thing was protecting that husband's son, along with the other children from becoming sacrifices to the insane family head. She overcame her sadness with the parental urge to protect the children. It seemed that both Curie and Kraus were strong enough to forget their grief, if only for the time being. They could let their tears flow later. For now, in order to protect the children, they had to act. Anyway, let's get out of here. It seems to be a rather old cell. Couldn't we break the bars somehow? Let's try searching the entire room for some way to escape.
ここにはガラクタがいろいろあるわ。何か役に立ちそうな道具とか落ちてないかしら。
There's all kinds of junk around here. I wonder if there are any tools lying around that we could use. Yeah, you'd be familiar with those tools, huh, Kiri?
Yeah, a little bit.
武器になるものがあるかもしれないし、鉄格子を破れるものがあるかもしれない。
There might be something that we could use as a weapon, or something that we could use to break the bars. Kiri pulled a lighter from her pocket. She herself didn't smoke, but she kept one tucked away in her pocket to light Rudolph's cigarettes. It's an extremely valuable source of light for searching through this dim dungeon. Shannon, help Kiri search the room. Cannon, you'll help me check out the bars. This is a very old cell. The bars could be loose. Honestly, I would have swapped those roles.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But, what should I help with?
体力を温存していてください。
Please just keep up your
や
strength.
がてここに親父殿が現れるだろう。
Father will probably come here before
親
long.
父殿に言葉が届くのは南條先生だけです。
You're the only one whose words will reach him.
南條先生に我々の命は握られているかもしれない。
In a way, you might be holding our lives in your hands.
私の言葉などもう届きはせんでしょう。
My words will no longer reach him, I think.
申し訳ないが、そのお役には立てそうにない。
I'm sorry, but I don't believe I will be of any use.
なら南條先生のお医者としての知識を貸してください。人間を即座に混沌させるような毒って存在するのかしら。
Unfortunately, probably not.
Not anything that he would be familiar with, Kiri.
And
But
lend,
there probably are a few that you could use to do something like that.
and lend us your
within a couple
expertise as a
seconds.
doctor. I wonder if there is a drug that makes people instantly faint?
人間を即座に混沌させ
Because there's also stuff that like disrupts memory formation, so you can combine that with a shrink, and then they just won't remember like the 4 seconds it takes for them to pass out, right?
Yeah, of course. A drug that makes people instantly faint? What are you talking about?
私たちは落とし穴に落とされて
Oh, now I understand.
This is
You-
what I was thinking earlier a little bit, since like if there was a slide chute or whatever, then like they would still need to have the fucking ceiling move somehow, right?
Yeah.
Or open up.
Well, I would have assumed, like, put it into the wall, like, halfway up or something, and then just hide it behind the wall, but it doesn't seem like that, you're right. We believe we fell through a pit and landed in
あ
this
の混
dungeon.
乱している場で私たちはそうだったろうと信じたわ。
In that panic-stricken
So,
place,
that's what I
that's
was-
what we believed
Also, what I was
happened.
trying to think of earlier, which is why I didn't bring this up, is there are ways to make people hallucinate using those drugs for a few seconds before, they fucking like pass out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no real way to make them hallucinate all the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if Kinzo had suggested somehow that they were going to fall or be teleported or whatever, that may have worked to get them all to hallucinate the same thing. But he didn't say that. He just summoned Gap and she fucking teleported their asses.
Yeah. But in that panic-stricken place, that's what we believed happened.
でもこの地下牢の広さを測ってみて分かった。
But looking at how large this room is, I came to a
この
realization.
地下牢があの食堂の地下というのはありえないことなのよ。
This dungeon cannot be underneath that dining
ど
hall.
うしてありえないってわかるん
How
です
can you tell that it can't?
姉さんはバカだな。
Nice to your sister, Cannon.
この地下牢は食堂に比べて狭すぎる。
You're an idiot, Shannon. This dungeon is too narrow compared to the dining.
その通り。一番目に落とされたのはクラウス兄さん。
Exactly. The first person to fall was
二
Kraus.
番目が私。
The second was
ク
myself.
ラウス兄さんはこの部屋に落ちてきた時、その場を動いたかしら。
When you fell into this room, did you move from that spot, Kraus?
お恥ずかしながら落下の痛みでうめいていたよ。
It's embarrassing to say, but I lay there groaning in pain from the
そ
landing.
のすぐ傍らに切り絵
You are like 50. That would be pretty hard on your old bones.
Yeah. Immediately after that, you came crashing down next to me.
食堂でのクラウス兄さんと私の立ち位置と落下時の落下場所の距離が明らかにおかしいのよ。
The distance between us as we stood in the dining hall compared to where we landed is clearly strange. Yeah, that would probably have been some Looney Tune shit.
確かに言われてみればその通りです。
Yeah, also, like, not to be rude to you, Nanjo, but did he really make a slide built for you?
Yeah.
I mean, it was already funny watching you fall, admittedly.
Yeah, just straight down. Oh, gods.
I'm sorry, but
Although Kraus is nearly as wide as Nanjo is, so
that's true.
but of
Like
course,
looking at them
for
side
Kraus,
by
that just
side.
becomes because he's fucking enormous. Like
Yeah,
most of the men in this family are.
yeah. Whereas Nanjo is pleasantly plump, which is not. It's Quinn. It's not a detractor for me. Like I don't think it's a bad thing, but I'm just like. But I imagine
You
those.
do have to accommodate the size, you know.
Yeah, you do have to accommodate the size, but I forgot every man in this family is built like a shit brick house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course he would have accounted for the size. Cause I don't know. I always think of Kraus as thin, but no, he's a wide motherfucker.
Yeah, he's big. And
Certainly.
of course, like if the heights here are anything to go by, then Kiri is also fucking enormous. But I don't think it is.
Yeah, no.
I think they're just like aligned to their waist. So like,
yeah, so it doesn't look weird.
Because realistically, she should probably be like about shoulder height to Kraus.
Though I do know the original models, like the Ryukishi drawn models, are all the same height. So if you actually put the full models next to each other, Maria is as tall as Kinzo.
Oh god. Hey Quinn, can you like? Does the internet say how tall Kraus is? I'm asking you because I presumably finished all the way, right? Like, the whole thing. You're not going to get any spoilers by googling this. But I need to know. I need to know how tall this man is.
There are no canon heights. Except for Battler.
Okay.
Which,
Well,
yeah.
I know that Rudolph is about the same height or taller than Battler because it was mentioned in a...
yeah, and then Battler
narrative.
also says that his Uncle Kraus is fairly enormous as well.
Okay. Maybe like the whole Ushiromiya family is big, you know?
Yeah, I could see that.
Like
Though
maybe they're all just tall.
though that would not help with Kiri's situation. But that's
No, of course not. I was just thinking of Ava towering over Hideyoshi. It would be very funny.
the distance between you two in the dining hall might have been greater than this entire room. Yeah, that's fair. Granted, that still says my slide shoot idea could work.
私たちは落とし穴に落ちてダイレクトにここに落下したわ。
We fell into a pit and directly dropped down
集
here.
合する下水道管みたいに一度集められてからここに落ちたわけじゃない。
It's not like we fell into multiple intersecting pipes and we're all collected together before falling down here. Okay, so no. Okay.
落下は一瞬だったでしょ？
Fall was instant, wasn't it?
そんな凝った排水管みたいな穴を転がされた覚えはないわ。
I don't remember rolling around in some sort of elaborate water pipe system.
確かに落とし穴では説明がつかんな。
Indeed, we can't explain that with a pitfall.
おかしな話。
How strange.
それとキリエ様のおっしゃる人間を即座に混沌させる
Okay, Shannon,
というのは
y-
どう関係があるんです
She's just being like the audience insert here, so like Ryukishi can like explain what's going on here to the audience, but I'm also sort of like the same thing that I did last week. It's just like Ryukishi, trust your readers, please.
yeah. But that's also the problem of writing for readers that you get direct feedback from and a general audience. But who
Honestly,
knows?
if someone ever like comments on one of my web novels and they're just like, I don't understand the politics in this, and it's like, well, you're reading the wrong fucking story, then aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
But does that
Like
have to...
my politics are not starter shit, all right? Like, fucking go watch some anime or something.
Oh, Ryukishi trusted its readers more in episode 2, and it led to his audience giving up trying to solve the mystery. Oof.
That's painful.
Yeah. What does that have to do with the drug that makes people instantly faint that Kiri was talking about?
キリエ様は多分食堂に落とし穴なんかなかったとお考えなんじゃないかな。
Lady Curie is probably thinking that there were no pitfalls in the darkness.
しかし現に私たちは落ちたぞ。
But we did actually fall. Yes, you fell onto the floor, you were dragged here, and fucking dumped, and you just don't remember the person leaving.
Although,
落とし穴に落ちたような
how
気がする
Krauss was talking about it earlier was that he was conscious when he was in this room alone. For a few seconds that he was alone.
Yeah, so I guess there's also the possibility they were dragged and then dropped in a pitfall in a different location. Or something, I don't know. Let's see what Kiri has to say. She's our dedicated smart person.
無理もないわ。
Not very good at that job.
To put it accurately, we had the feeling that we fell into a pit. It's only
そう
natural.
としか例えられない体験だったから。
That's the only way we could describe such an experience.
なるほど。つまりこうおっしゃいたいわけですな。
I see. In other words, this is what you're getting at.
私たちは落とし穴に落とされたの
We
で、
were not dropped into a pit.
例えば毒矢のようなもので撃たれ、瞬時に意識を失い、その倒れて床に突っ伏す瞬間の記憶を。
I forgot how like obsessive media was over blow darts and blow guns like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like they were everywhere. It's like just use a fucking trank gun, you weirdo.
A shot, for example, was something like a blow dart, lost consciousness instantly, and the instant we fell to the floor,
まるで落とし穴に落ちたよと思い込んでしまっているのかもしれないと。
it could be that we just remember that as though we fell into a pit. I mean, I honestly would go with your food was drugged, but... or the drinks or something.
なるほど。
Yeah, that's just the weird part is that they weren't all they didn't all fall at the same time, but they all still saw everyone else fall, right? And still feel like they fell, and then everyone else fell. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. See, that's much more persuasive explanation than there being numerous pitfall traps in a dining hall that we've never noticed even after decades eating there. Yeah, you would probably notice, like, half the floor is fucking hollow. At
Depends on
some
how
point.
like how thick the floor is, right? Like if the floor is 2 feet thick, you're not going to notice any hollow. It's only if it's a couple inches thick that you'll notice it's hollow.
Fair enough.
姉さん
Because like whenever you knock on your actual wall, it doesn't sound like it's hollow, right? But it's because it's too like a foot or too thick.
Yeah, fair.
It is hollow on the other end. It's just that there's another room there, but there's a lot of space in between there that is actually filled. Shannon, do you have a watch?
Huh?
うん。
Check
Yes.
time, yeah.
懐中時計があるわよ。
I have a pocket watch.
22時40分くらいね。
About 20 to 11.
僕の時計もそうなってる。つまり僕た
Yes,
ち
my watch says the same.
食堂での大騒ぎから十数分も時間を経過させてないってことになる。
But yeah, what I meant with the that it's weird that they all remember the same thing is again going back to the hallucination things. Yes, those drugs do fuck with the brain's ability to like interpret things accurately and remember things and so on and so forth, and like put into memory things that are realistic or accurate to what happened. But it again, like it's really difficult to have them all think the same thing, right? Like this is 5 different people that got fucking.
Yeah.
If it was 1 or 2 and they both went like, oh yeah, we fell. Sure. Okay, whatever. It's 5.
Yeah.
The chances of 5 people hallucinating the exact same thing with no sort of.
Yeah.
not great. Anyway, in short, it hasn't been more than 10 minutes since that chaos in the dining.
私の時計も同様、我々が混沌させられて、どこかへ担ぎ込まれたと仮定するには、
My watch, likewise.
時間の経過が短すぎる。
That's much too short a time to knock us out and carry us somewhere.
時間だけを見るなら、やはり我々は食堂の真下へ。落とし穴で落とされたと考えるのが妥当だ。
Judging only from the time, it's reasonable to think that we did fall through a hole directly underneath the dining hall.
時計の針なんていくらでもいじれるわ。
That is also true. Watch hands are easily tampered with.
私たちが気絶している間に全員の時計
Yeah,
を
but
巻き
getting them
戻した
exactly
かもしれない
correct is sort of not easy in this sort of time period. Because these aren't digital watches; these will be mechanical watches. So, like, getting them exactly the same is not going to be too easy.
Yeah, I mean, not perfect, but you can get them to roughly the same time. Watch hands are easily tampered with. While we were passed out, they may have wound everyone's watch
その
back.
可能性がなかったことは証明不能よ。
We are incapable of proving that this possibility doesn't exist.
落とし穴にせよ。混沌させる毒に私たちは用心するに越したことはないというわけですな。
Whether a pitfall or else a drug that induces fainting, it does not change the fact that we need to be on our guard.
それで南條先生、混沌させる毒は存在するんですか？
So, Dr. Nanjo, is there a drug that can do that?
これはキリエさんの論法と同じですな。私の知らない未知の毒物にそういう効用のものがないとは証明できません。
Well, it's the same as your logic, Kiri. I
Yeah.
cannot prove that there is not a drug with that effect of which I do not know.
Yeah, as far as we know, Nanjo is a general practitioner and not like a specialist in something.
Yeah,
And even if he were a specialist in something, that would make it even less likely that he would know like anesthesia very well.
mhm.
Because doctors are not anesthesiologists, right?
ごめんなさい。
That's still a related but different
た
field.
だ、私の仮説により、この地下牢が食堂の真下とは限らないという可能性は示唆できたと思う。
As they say, you could never be too careful. Sorry, it was a pointless question. Except I think that with my hypothesis, I was able to suggest that this dungeon is not necessarily directly underneath the dining hall.
なるほど。広大な森の中のどこかに隠されていると噂される。
That would also
No,
be fucked up.
Yeah. But point of clarification when I said, quoting myself, to go watch some anime to any readers that couldn't understand the politics of my thing, that is not derogatory towards anime. It's just that anime often has simplified politics so they can fit it on screen. So it makes it easier to follow that way, right? That's the point. Go get used to this sort of thing first. Like you don't jump into like the deep end shit like immediately, you know. Introduce yourself to the idea of science fiction before you try to read fucking the 3-body problem.
Yeah. I see, there's always the possibility that we were carried off to a dungeon in Father's hidden mansion, which is rumored to be hidden somewhere in the middle of the vast forest. Which would also create some problems, yes. And would also be incredibly even more fucked up, because that's where Beatrice was.
Yeah.
If we can escape from here and get outside, then we'll know. We can save worrying about that until after we get out.
It would make a lot of sense for this to be in the hidden mansion, actually, because it hasn't cleaned in a very long time. And the servants weren't allowed to go over there in the first place.
Yep.
Or even to know about it fully. That would work.
Oh, though Beatrice did meet some servants.
True. Okay.
At least, there was a gardener. Because she's like to younger Rosa, are you the new gardener?
Yeah.
Well,
that was too long ago for Canon and Shannon to be there. They literally were not born.
Yeah.
さっきから無駄な質問と詮索ばかりだわ。
Because like Rosa was like fucking 15 or 16 when it happened, right?
Yeah.
And she's like 50, probably not 50, but like
Yeah,
late
she's somewhere in her
30s now?
40s. Yeah.
Late 30s, early 40s, somewhere in there. I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
exactly.
I know
I'm
that
truly
there's
sorry
actually
I've
a
only
sizable
been
gap
asking and inquiring into useless things.
I know there's a sizable gap between Kraus and Rosa, but I don't remember like how big that gap actually is.
No, it's quite reassuring. Please continue to tell us if you notice anything else. There was quite a gap, because she's the youngest, and there was quite a gap even between Rudolph and her.
Yeah.
Please continue to tell us if you notice anything else. Might become a hint to escape from here. I always heard from Rudolph. He was always surprised by your ideas, and they would sometimes serve as valuable hints. The fact you're here is a blessing within a tragedy. Thank you. Rudolph told me something about you as well.
Okay, yeah, that's roughly what I was thinking. Because I had 15 years in my brain somewhere. I couldn't remember who it was.
Okay, so yeah, then he's somewhere in his mid-40s, probably.
Yeah, I would think at least 40 because Battler's 17 or 18.
Yeah.
So.
He said that you usually act big, but when things get serious, you overflow with a sense of responsibility and are a very dependable older brother.
It is something I noticed about Kraus. Like, when things actually get serious, he does buckle down and do shit. Or
yeah,
at least try.
Yeah, that is actually true. He doesn't just fly off the handle like some people.
Ava.
Yeah. Rosa too, though. Because Rosa was worse than Ava in some ways. But anyway, that's too kind.
Yeah, dude, they're iron. What'd you expect?
Damn it, these iron bars won't even budge. How are things on your end, Cannon? No luck here either, I'm afraid. Oh, sorry.
Wait, mine is the only character I get to voice now. All right, mine. Everyone else is dead.
There were a few bars that could be twisted, and a few felt like they had enough room to rattle around like a little bit.
See, that's great, narrator, because the strength of humanity is not our actual literal strength. It's the fact that we're fucking persistence hunters. Just work it for like 6 hours and that shit will snap, I guarantee it.
Yeah, even so, they could not be broken with human strength alone. Granted, I don't know if they have 6 hours.
True. However, that's why you every 5-10 minutes you fucking swap out, right? To give yourself a rest and also like work at full capacity the entire time.
Yeah, but
just fucking go for it.
Also, maybe try to make a pulley.
Yeah, well, one person is working the fucking bar. You know, the other people could be like working, making something, some fucking thing easier. And once you get one broken, that means you got a pry bar for the others.
Also true.
The first one will be the slowest. After that, it'll go much faster because each one you break gives you another fucking pry bar, which means more people can work on it at the same time.
Yeah. However, there was still hope if they could use some kind of lever-like tool. It was far too early to give up yet.
You make your own lever-like tool.
The children's lives were hanging in the balance. Even if there was no hope, they couldn't stop their struggle. It was better even for them to act this way. If they were to stop, there was no doubt that they would once again be overcome by the grief of losing their loved ones and crouch down, clutching their knees. How are you doing, Kiri? Found anything?
握って隠せる程度の石ころは見つかるわ。
That's actually super useful.
Yeah. I found some small stones small enough to hide in a clenched
こんな
fist.
ものでも
Look, if you ever get stuck in a street fight or something like that, put a lighter in your fist.
Even
It's
this
a
might
whole-
work as a
whole lot
weapon.
more solid.
さすがに鉄格子を削り取ることは無理でしょうね。
Though I'm sure it's be impossible to whittle down those iron
シャ
bars.
ノンちゃんはどう？
How about you, Shannon?
いいえ、何も。
No, nothing.
これ、電話です。
Oh,
This
oh
is
yeah.
a phone.
つながってるわけもないわ。でもコードは何かを縛ったり武器にも使えるかも。
There's no way it's
Turn like one of those old fucking rotary phones into a damn flail.
yeah. There's no way it's connected, but we might be able to use the cord for tying something up or as some form of
壊して
weapon.
分解すれば金属部品を取り出せるわ。
We break it and take it apart. We could take out the metal
クラス
parts.
兄さん、鉄格子を開ける鍵穴はもちろんあるわよね。
Oh yeah, Kiri. Get in there with the fucking like scrap lock to do it.
Kraus, there's a keyhole for opening the cell, right?
ああ、だいぶ鍵穴の大きい大時代的なものだ。
Oh yeah, the old-fashioned ones. That means it's gonna be easy
Yep.
for modern techniques.
It's a pretty large hole, quite
こ
old-fashioned.
のようなものでいじれば騙せるかもしれないな。
We twist some wire into it, we might be able to pick it.
電話の金属部
I
品
don't
で
believe Kraus
何
has the
か代
skills
用
for
でき
that.
るかもしれない。
No, but I believe Kiri does.
Yeah, Kiri definitely. Kraus not so much. I don't know that Kraus even knows what's involved with picking a lock. It is simultaneously more complicated and simpler than you think.
It is. So we don't go over it. Watch the lockpicking lawyer.
Yeah, watch the lockpicking lawyer.
They might be able to
I
use
am, of
them.
course, not nearly as skilled as that man, but yeah.
その電話武器になるわね。
This phone will become our weapon.
投資と同じだよ。情報は武器だ。
It's the same as investing.
Shut up, Kraus.
Information is our weapon. Kraus and Kiri laughed together at this way of putting the phone to use, which didn't remotely look at it as a means of communication.
何やってんの姉さん。
What are you doing, Shannon?
その、電話、つながって
You
るか
should
な
test
って
it.
思って
Like,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah,
Like, pick it
absolutely.
up and see if you hear a dial tone or something.
Yeah, I just wondered if maybe the phone was
バ
working.
カだな、姉さんは。
You dummy, Shannon.
あれ
See? This is why you check.
Huh? What? Suddenly, Shannon let out a small surprised cry.
キリエ様この電話、つながってます。
Lady Kiri, this phone, it's connected.
なんですって？
What did you say? It was like when people move out of an old office, taking everything with them, leaving only the telephone behind. That's the feeling the phone gave off having been left in a corner of the cell. The cord was wound into a coil, one end of it being swallowed by the wall. And at a glance, it looked as if it could plausibly be connected. But to think that it actually was. Kiri took the receiver from Shannon and pressed it to her ear. The electric hum was certainly the one with which she was familiar. This phone was indeed live.
なんというこう警察へ連絡しましょ
What good luck. Let's contact the police.
う。待ちたまえ。話がうますぎる。盗聴されているんじゃないのかね。
Doesn't
Hold on.
matter if it's bugged, dude. You gotta get the fucking call out somehow.
This is too good to be true. Should we not suspect that it's bugged?
そんな細工するくらいなら普通は電話線を切断するわ。
If they were planning a trick like that, normally they would cut the telephone
連
line.
中が本気で見落とした可能性が高い。
There's a good possibility that they actually overlooked
気
us.
づかれたら今度こそ電話線を切断されるかもしれないわ。
If they notice, the line might actually be cut for
警
real.
察への通報を盗聴されて何も困ることはないのだし。
There's nothing that we
Exactly.
could tell the police that would be problematic for us if they overheard. That did make sense. The point of a wiretap was to overhear some important piece of information. The way things were now, they could not think of a single thing that would come up in conversation to the outside world that would be troublesome to have heard. Kiri instantly concluded that it was more likely to be a mistake on Kinzo's part than a trap.
確かに1。外線は確か0番からだ。
He do have a point. I believe that you start with 0 to make calls to the outside.
カノ君、私は電話するから、あなたは外の様子を伺ってくれる？
Cannon, I'm going to make a phone call, so will you watch how things are out there for
あな
me?
たが近づいてくる気配があったら知らせて。
You sense somebody coming, let me know.
はい。
Cannon raced off towards the iron bar, silenced his breathing, and strained his ears. As everyone present watched her, Kiri dialed the police, 110 in Japan.
Yep. Is it fucking the UK that it's 119 in? Or is that Australia? It's just good to know, like, these by the way. Like, if you ever plan on going to these places, it's good to, like, look these things up.
In parts of Asia and Jamaica. Oh, and the UK. Okay.
Oh, and the UK. Okay. That would do it, yep.
119 was introduced in the United Kingdom as the single non-emergency number for the COVID-19 testing helpline in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
Phoenix is so fucking fat that he doesn't actually fit in one of the cat beds. Like, he spills over the cat bed.
Yeah, it's 999 in the UK. For the actual police number. But yeah, if you change country, make sure you know what the new number is for you. Obviously, if you were born and raised there, you've likely had it drilled into you as a kid. But if you move country, make sure you realize it might not be the same. However, she pushed the hook down repeatedly and redialed.
Okay. So in Korea, 112 is the police and 119 is emergency medical help.
Ah, gotcha.
They're both like emergencies, but one is for the police and one is for the court.
Which is honestly how it should be.
Yeah, which is probably where I picked it up. I picked up 119. It was like reading some fucking manual or something like that.
Yeah, that would make sense. It didn't seem to be working very well.
外線は0番から110番は0110じゃないの？
The outside line begins with 0. 110 would be 0110 then, right?
うまくかからない。
Doesn't seem to want to go through. Hand it over, I'll try to call.
Since Krause is, he should have been doing it in the first place, considering he's
lived on this island.
Actually, yeah, who actually uses these fucking phones?
Yeah. Krause took the receiver in Kiri's place and tested various things. Because of course he's
him or one of the servants, you know.
Yeah, because he's called the school and stuff before. And they were unable to notify the police. So somehow the outside line was probably cut, but it's probably still working across service on the island.
We already know that the phone lines are going to be down to the outside on this island. Because, like, if only because of the storm, right?
Yeah, like there's issues with the storm. There's plenty of reasons it could be. The phone itself was definitely live, but the circuit was apparently cut somewhere. Did that mean they were not so naive? So it's useless after all. So our enemy is no pushover. Honestly, I would have just yanked the phone.
Rubiya Kinzo, Kiri. Like, come on.
Kiri let out a deep sigh, leaned against the wall, and hung her head for a while. As tough a girl as she was, for a brief moment she might actually have had the naive hope that the phone could actually work. She sneered at herself mockingly for holding on to that naive hope for even one moment. And then she thought back upon what was happening here. Honestly, despite what had been shown, such a thing right before her eyes, or rather, exactly because of that, she still could not think of that gruesome mass murderer as something real. was less that she couldn't believe it and more that she didn't want to. Shirumi Kinzo had
Get your
killed,
dead fish ass out of here, Kinzo. Fuck off.
had killed 6 members of his family. He had summoned strange witch-like, demon-like people right out of thin air. And with something like magic, he had begun to kill people one after another.
Okay, I want to know, narrator, what about the Chester sisters and Gap actually fucking look like witches?
Or demons, for that matter.
Yeah, or demons. Like, I know they have the name Gap and Renove, but, like, most people don't know those names.
It could either be the names, or it could just be the fact that they were killing with quite a bit of precision. And opening up holes in the floor.
I mean, yeah, of course. Like, there's that, but just, like, witch-like, demon-like. But what about them looks like that? What gave you that impression?
Too much to handle. Even though she definitely saw it, there was no way she could accept that spectacle.
そんなことあるわけがない。あれはきっとお父様の友人か何か。
There's no way that's what happened. Those were obviously grandfather's friends or something.
あらかじめ食堂のどこかに
Why
隠
are
れてい
you
て、
calling him
手
grandfather?
品的に突然姿を
I
現
need to hear
し
that
て
line again.
私たちを驚かせただけなんだわ。
Now we can actually fucking do that.
Oh, we need to go to the next one first.
They were just hiding somewhere in the dining hall beforehand and used some trick to appear suddenly and surprise
そう
us.
考えなくちゃ、あのめちゃくちゃを説明できない。
There's no way to explain something as screwed up as that.
そんなことあるわけがない。あれはきっとお父様の友人か何か。
No, that says
それが
father
あら
rather
か
than
じめ食堂
grandfather.
のどこかに隠れていて、手品的に突然姿
What
を
is
現して
going on with that?
私
Like
たち
every
を
now and
驚
then,
かせ
like
ただけな
they
んだ。
translate father
そう
as
考えなくちゃ。
grandfather, and
I
that
don't
this
make
happened
sense
between
to
two
me.
different fucking
Translation.
translations.
Yeah.
So like I'm wondering what the fuck is going on with that, because that was definitely Otosan, you know, and
Yeah.
that was father.
Oh, which
Or
reminds me, there is a very funny mistranslation in an early Witch Hunt
Oh
translation.
god.
The Chester sisters were accidentally translated as the Siesta sisters.
Ha!
Yes. Yes.
Quinn knew exactly where you were going with that as soon as you said it, but
Yeah. And that was what people thought for the longest time until they showed up in a later game. Because there is a fighting game with them, as well as like some other side content, I think.
Siesta sisters. Oh god. Shut up, Phoenix.
Yeah, like it should be Chester, like Winchester, but why it's Siester is kind of weird, yeah. I guess to obfuscate it a little bit more. That's the only thing I could think. Anyway, but when those 6 had their heads blown apart, a golden arrow had flown around and around the room. That had truly looked like magic.
Spray you right in the face, kid. Get out of here.
Was that another thing we just saw wrong? There's no way it was magic. There must be some kind of trick to it. Since it was capable of smashing heads, there's no doubt it was some explosive. For example, a styrene toy plane like they sell at candy stores painted gold, and with a powerful explosive loaded into the end of it.
I'm starting to doubt the idea of her being being basically like a
Hyper-perceptive individual.
yeah, not that, but Rudolph's fucking cleaner, you know? Like, I'm starting to doubt that. Because, like, how would you not know if you were that kind of person that the exit wound from a fucking bullet can often, like, be, like, 8 or 9 times the size and diameter as the actual bullet?
Yeah.
Or, like, there are multiple types of bullets that can do that in the entry wound as well and cause a blast. It doesn't have to be an explosive. I don't get that.
Well, as far as she thinks it has to be an explosive because it exploded, and it was on a small device that was whipping around the room magically.
Oh yeah, that part absolutely. Just that like the wound itself could have very easily by a bullet.
Yeah, like she's not saying that she's not suggesting what the wound came from, but just trying to rationalize what she saw. Whereas Battler might say, oh, yeah, it was a gunshot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because no matter what, they saw fucking the Chester sisters do this shit.
Yeah, and they're not privy to the idea of the multi-layer bullshit.
Exactly.
That's fair, yeah.
That said, at a glance, it seemed to be flying at random. Kiri couldn't imagine that such a thing could be fired 6 times and each time perfectly hit the victim square in the head, one after the
RC
other.
remote car.
Yeah, exactly.
Does RC stand for radio control or remote control? I don't know.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Could be, yeah.
Surely
I was trying to avoid doing an ATM machine thing, so.
Yeah, fair.
Or PIN number.
Yeah, sure, its flight wasn't computer controlled to seek out and deliver precise hits on its targets, which would make it a high-tech styrene plane on the same level as a guided missile. Yeah, no. Would he invest such large amounts of money into developing some stupid trick like that?
Yeah,
You do not.
wireless camera wouldn't work right now either at this time period.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that.
But yes, Kiri, you do not know Ushiro Miyakenzo. He will throw his money at anything that he thinks is necessary.
Honestly, if I were a fucking billionaire in 1986, I might do that just because I think that's cool as fuck. Like a guided paper plane explosive that I could just like drop on shit.
For that insane
yeah.
entertainment? Does this come back to the old I wouldn't put it past father? Yes.
Absolutely. I would piss away so much money to have like a remote controlled fucking explosive, like tiny little plastic plane in the 1980s, right? Like that's the foundational technology for fucking drones, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you have any idea how much money you would make off of that if you could make that work in the 1980s? Oh my god.
A number of mysterious people had appeared suddenly out of thin air. 6 people had their heads blown, or heads demolished by a mysterious golden flying object, and the 5 of us were locked away in a mysterious dungeon by a mysterious set of pitfalls, or else put to sleep by some fainting poison dart. The family conference started a bit after 11. It's only been about
11?
30 minutes since then.
What part of that says 11 to you?
Oh, did I say 11?
Yes, you did.
The family conference started a bit after 10 p.m. It's only been about 30 minutes since then.
Sorry, I'm just making fun of you a bit.
Oh, you're fine.
That's what I'm here for. I'm the peanut gallery. I make fun of shit.
Yes, indeed. Probably those events which took place in such a short amount of time, none of us are able to understand nor come to grips with, even though we witnessed them ourselves. Even if we did get a hold of the police, it would probably be impossible for any of us to accurately explain what we saw. Yeah. I mean, we're genre savvy enough to go, yeah, Kinzo ordered people to kill us, and people's heads fucking were blown off. I don't know by what. But if you're not genre savvy, you might just kind of be babbling for words. I may only just have witnessed it, but my brain's fried and I have no confidence even what I myself saw. Yuri had to try her hardest to rouse herself from her overwhelming confusion, just to hold on to her sanity. Damn it, what's going on here? Damn it. Kraus started to become desperate, hitting the hook multiple times and redialing over and over. He too was feigning composure, but was unable to hide his panic. The more he redialed, the more the pretense of serenity peeled away. None of this makes any sense. He couldn't help but pray that the events that had just occurred were no more than a dream. Suddenly, the look on Kraus's face changed. Oh, I got through. It's ringing.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably just the fucking storm, you know? And there might be a couple
Really, Kraus?
bits here and there. That
Yes, I see it now. The old man was short-sighted. He cut the external line in an effort to prevent us from contacting the police, but he missed out on severing the internal line.
内線クラウスさんはどこにかけているの
Internal line? Kraus, where did you call? The guest house. I'm calling the room where Jessica and the rest are staying. Hello, it's me. Who is this? Goda? Is Jessica there? Is she safe? Lord Kraus, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes. My Lady Jessica and the other children are here as well, safe and unharmed. Dad, is that you, Dad? I'm so glad you're okay. Is Mom okay? Is she there?
No.
Kraus choked on his words. Kraus had clearly seen Nazi's head crushed, but had seen her killed right before his eyes. Eventually, he was going to have to tell that to Jessica. However, Kraus began to fret over whether he should tell her this very moment and lost his words. But even that was an answer under these circumstances. I don't know about her. Let's pray she's safe. For now, I'm just glad you're safe. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for asking. Jessica's voice was filled with tears. There's no doubt for Kraus anymore. Jessica and the others had been told everything start to finish by Goda and Kumasawa when they had met up at the guest house. After they learned that 6 whole people had been killed, Jessica and the others must have been in a frenzy about wanting to go to the dining hall.
I know it's just a... I say this sometimes in my own writing and when I'm speaking to like a whole 6 people, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just... how do you kill half a person?
Yeah,
Less than a whole person.
You know, it's 6 whole people.
I'm contractually obligated.
You know, it's a whole ass white baby.
I know it sounds a lot of the time like I'm nitpicking the writing and all that stuff, but no, I'm just... This is just what I do when I read stuff. I'm making fun of it because I want to. Kill 5 people and then go to his career. That would do it. Yeah.
After learning that 6 whole people had been killed, Jessica and the others must have been in a frenzy about wanting to go to the dining hall. Luckily, he had been able to call before they stormed off towards the mansion. Kraus was relieved at his good timing during such tragedy. We have Kiri and Dr. Nanjo, as well as Shannon and Cannon here. We're locked in a place that's like a dungeon, but don't worry. We'll figure something out.
We have no idea, girl.
Yeah, dungeon, where? We'll come save you. Unfortunately, we haven't the slightest idea where this is either. Oh, ask them what time it is.
Yeah, that's a good one. What time is it?
We think it might be under the dining hall, but that might not be true. But anyway, Jessica, you must not leave there. You've heard from Goda what happened. Yeah, Grandfather, he killed everyone. Grandfather isn't in a sane state of mind right now. If you run into him, you'll be in danger. You might be killed.
絶対に思ってはならんぞ。
You mustn't even think about trying to come and save us.
私はこっちでなんとかす
We'll
る。
take care of ourselves.
All the cops, nerd.
And what should we do? Grandfather, you piece of shit. How dare you do that to Mom and the rest? I'm gonna kill that worthless old bastard.
ジェシカ、そんな言葉を使ったレディはそんな言葉を使うもんじゃない。
Not the time, Kraus. Not the time. Jessica, if you talk like that, you'll sadden your mother. A lady doesn't use those kinds of words. Hello?
What's going on? Oh, your stream died.
Yeah, I had a hiccup apparently.
Yeah, network error.
Yeah, some sort of weird error. So give us a
Okay,
hot.
we're back. Yeah, there we go. It's loaded back in.
Yeah, let me just refresh the page on my side.
No, it's still dying. It came back for a second, but if we can't fix this, we might have to end here. But let's see. Back
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's back now. Okay. I'm seeing my captioner lines show up on the screen. So all lights to 100%. What the fuck? That's not even close to what I said. Anyway, yeah, I'm seeing the captioner lines show up on screen now, so we're back.
Okay, perfect. I'll just reload the page on my side so I have. Okay.
There we go. It's fixed. We're good. Let's keep going.
Yep. Indeedy do. Let's get that pulled back up.
とにかくお前たちは身の安全を最優先にしろ。
Anyway, you all put your own safety
ゲスト
first.
ハウスを閉じま
Lock up the guest
しか
house.
し過信はできない
But you mustn't get
次
complacent.
のラウンジの大窓は破られるかもしれない
The large window in the downstairs lounge might get
そ
broken.
の部屋にとどまりベッドを立てかけてバリケードにす
Stay in the room
Yeah,
you're
like,
in
have to
and,
go get food.
and
Go
use
get
a
food
bed to
and water
make a
from the
barricade.
downstairs, and then
る
come
その
back
部屋
up.
には
Yeah.
トイレも冷蔵庫もある
There's a toilet and a fridge in there too,
明
right?
日の朝までは籠城できるはずだ
You should be able to stay holed up until tomorrow morning.
くれぐれも物騒なことは考えるな
Alright, I'll say it again. Don't think of anything
母
dangerous.
さんの仇を取ろうなんて絶対に考えるん
And
じゃ
definitely don't think about trying to take revenge for Mom.
相手を刺激せず隠れてやり過ごすことだけを考えるんだ
Think only of hiding and making it through this, and don't provoke the enemy. Yeah. Okay, Dad. After that, Goda took the phone and was told again to watch over the children as a responsible adult. Goda repeatedly replied, "Yes, sir," in an overstrained voice, his face covered in cold sweat. From there,
Now I've got the idea of like like a modern hunter having sigils and runes carved into the metal plates that are part of like a plate carrier.
Yes, I could see that. From there,
That would
Kiri
be pretty good, I
received the phone and spoke with Battler, and when Shannon and Cannon got their
Ciao,
turn,
asshole.
George and Jessica answered. And following that, Nanjo and Kumasawa picked up as well, so that all members of both sides had their turn on the phone. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Each encouraging the others and confirming that they were at least safer now, even if their location was unknown, and coming to a complete understanding of the current situation for both sides. I wanted to talk forever, but now was not the time to chat. Kraus told them that they would be hanging out for now, and those in the guest house agreed.
あったら連絡するすぐに受話器を取れるように待機していてくれ
If anything else happens, we'll call. Wait by the
Ask them
phone so
what
you
time
can
it
pick it up
is.
quickly. What was that?
Ask them what time it is.
Oh, yes. Again, be careful. Oh. 22:37.
What did it say that? I saw the real world time, but not.
Oh. Right here. October 4th,
Okay.
1986, 22:37.
I know, but like, okay. So, but I need them to ask each other what time it is so that they can guarantee that their watches are.
Yeah.
Because if nothing else, that will like confirm or deny the ability for them to be like dragged out to some other building, right?
True.
Because that's just not enough time to transport 5 people like that.
You mustn't do anything rash.
どうさんやカノン君たちが無事だっただけでも
Yeah, I understand. Just knowing that you and Cannon and the rest are safe, that's a win in my
私
book.
たちも頑張る
We'll do our
父
best.
さんたちも
Please stay safe. Yes, of course. Well then, I'm hanging up for now. Be on your guard. With that, the phone call ended. Goda and the
It
rest
would
of
be
them.
very funny. It would be a very funny but very human bit if they just had went, oh fuck, and called back to ask what time it was.
That's true. Goda and the rest of the men quickly descended the stairs, closed the shutters, and secured the strong locks on the doors. However, just as Krauss had worried, there was nothing that could be done about the beautiful wide windows in the downstairs lounge. If this were to be broken, it would be easy for them to get inside. It wouldn't be hard
so
for...
there's not a lot you can do there, but what I would do is I would move all of those lounge chairs and small tables out of the way, pull the chairs out away from the dining table, and then flip the dining table on its side and push it up against the window, and then just start stacking shit on.
Oh yeah,
to make-
absolutely.
Because at least this would not stop them from getting in. However, it would make a fuckload of noise if they broke that window and pushed over a bunch of tables.
Yeah.
to
I
get
might
in.
just...
So,
I might just barricade that door, to be honest.
I mean, I would do both, right? Like, barricade that door upstairs, but also do this so you have warning.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be hard for someone like Kinzo, who hadn't hesitated at committing murder, to invade the first floor.
おじい様たちは武装している可能性が高い。部屋に閉じこもるのが最善かつ唯一の籠城方法になるね。
It's likely that Grandfather and his followers will be armed. Locking ourselves in this room is our best bet, and moreover, our only method of staying locked down.
自ら密室に閉じこもらざるを得ないのは苦しいところだけど、相手が銃を持っていたらそれしか方法がない。
It's painful that we have no choice but to stuff ourselves in a locked room, but if our enemies are carrying guns, then that's the only method we have left to us.
親方様は実銃のコレクションをお持ちとの話です。そう。あれは銃だ。銃だったんだ。
Indeed, that was a gun, Goda. The Master is said to have a collection of working guns. That's right, guns. That was a gun.
だとしたら恐ろしい威力の銃
If
だ。
so, it's a horribly powerful gun.
とても。
What's the caliber on the mare's leg again?
You'd have to look.
Let's see. There's leg caliber, 44 or 40 Magnum. Depending on like the chambering, but there's few different types. You can have a 44-40, a 44 Magnum, a 38 Special, a 357 Magnum, and a 22 long rifle. But presumably it would be a 44-40.
The original mare's leg was made by cutting down a 4440.
Okay. That's a pretty big bullet.
頭を砕くなんてすげえ威力だぜ。
44 Winchester.
Smashing
Yeah,
someone's head, that takes a hell of a lot of force, right?
マグナム弾とかそういう類のやつかもな。
It might be a magnum bullet or something along those
下手
lines.
な扉なら 平気で貫通するかもしれない。
That might go through a flimsy door like it's nothing.
だとすればますますに部屋に籠城するべきだね。
If so, then that's even more of a reason to barricade ourselves in the
ベッ
room.
ドを立てかけて窓も塞ごう。
Put up a bed and block the window
そこま
too.
ですればいくら銃を持っていても踏み込むことはできないはず。
If we do that much, then it doesn't matter how many guns they've got, they shouldn't be able to break in.
くそ、そんな受け身な防戦一方しかねえのかよ。
Shit, is this passive one-sided defense all we can do?
くっしょうちの親父に
Yeah,
上
it's,
等を
it's
決
not
めて
much
くれ
different
て
than a 44 Magnum,
計算
so
まで捕まえたなんて
God damn
yeah, pretty
him.
powerful bullet.
高くつくぞ。くそじじいめ。
God damn him knocking off my dad and even capturing Kiri. You're gonna pay for this, you old goat.
無理です。あんな連中に太刀打ちできるわけがありません。
Impossible, there's no way we can go against them.
しかも親方様だけでなく、手下も何人も。
Besides, it's not just a master, he has several underlings too.
あるいはあんな連中がもっといるか
There
も。
might be even more of them.
あいつらは一体何なんだ。
Just what are they? Battler was filled to the brim with the urge to get revenge for Rudolph, and to rush out of here to save Kiri. But just by looking at how terrified Goda was, there's no doubt in him that this would be reckless.
兄貴だって悔しいだろ。
Three Chester sisters, Renoe, and Gab. So 5 at least.
Did you include Virgilia?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. So 6 at least.
Yeah,
I completely forgot that Virgilia was there.
it's gotta be hard on you too, right? George,
なのにここで籠城なんて。ちくしょう
and yet we've gotta stay holed up here. God damn it.
もちろんさ。僕だ両親を殺されて冷静でいられるわけがない。
Of course I'm torn up about it too. There's no way I could remain calm with both of my parents murdered.
でもだからこそ冷静にならなくちゃいけない。
But,
Oh, the
specific-
fog went away from his glasses for once.
but specifically because of that, I have to remain calm.
僕たちが無駄に命を落とすようなことを殺された親たちが望むと思うかい？
You think that our murdered parents would want us to die in vain?
思うわけがない。
There's no way they would.
せめて子供だけは逃げ延びてほしいと願ってるはずだ。
They'd want for at least the children to escape.
だから僕は生き残るよ。
That's why I'm going to survive.
そして警察に通報し、すべてを暴く。
And I will report this to the police and uncover everything.
仇は法廷が取る。
The courts will avenge my
それ
parents.
が僕の復讐だ。
That will be my
差
revenge.
し違えてでも仇を取ってほしいなんて
There's
親たちが望んでいるわけもない。
There's no way our parents would want us to die taking revenge for them.
そうだろう。
Right?
そうだな。
It would be
You're
kind
right.
of funny if this was like the one fucking loop where someone actually did goddamn survive.
Yeah. You're damn right.
くしょうくそじじいめ。
You old bastard.
何か儀式だ。
Fuck your stupid
俺たち
ritual.
がそのための生贄だって言うなら、意地でも逃げ切って、その儀式を台無しにしてやるぜ。
If you're saying we're gonna be sacrifices for that, then we'll run away just to spite you and fuck up the whole goddamn thing.
それでいいよ。それにバトラ君にはまだキリエさんがいる。僕にだってシャノンがいる。とにかく慎重に行動してチャンス
Spoilers,
を待とう。
Kiri hates Battler.
That's the way. Besides, you still have Kiri, Battler, and I still have Shannon. Let's just act cautiously and wait for a
僕
chance.
たちの不用意な行動は囚われの彼らに不利益を与える可能性だってあるんだから。
Carelessness on our part might even work against the others who were captured.
人質。でも、じいさまはきっと、キリエさんたちを生贄にするために捕らえたわけだ。
Hostages, huh? But grandfather captured them so we could use them as sacrifices, right?
俺たちが助けなきゃ、殺されるのを待つだけじゃないのか。
We don't go and save them, then they're just waiting to be killed, aren't
彼
they?
らが捕らえられている地下牢がどこにシャノンもカノン君ももちろんゴーダさんも熊沢さんも知らなかった。
We don't even know where the dungeon they're being held in is. Neither did Shannon or Cannon, or of course Goda or
おじい
Kumasawa.
様だけしか知らない秘密の場所にある可能性が極めて高い。
The probability that they're in a secret location that only grandfather knows of is incredibly high.
そんな状況下で
Yeah, Genji
うろうろ
probably
と歩き
fucking
回る
beat,
のは
but
自
like
殺
he's
行
dead
為だ
now,
よ。
so.
Yep. Under these circumstances, aimlessly wandering about is suicide.
わかっ、それでも。くそ。俺たちはここで何かが起こるまで、 きこもってるしかねえってのかよ。
I know that, but still, goddammit, are you saying that the only thing we can do is stay confined here until something happens?
バトラ様のお気持ちはわかる。ここは安全第一で参りましょう。
Lord Battler, I understand your feelings, but let's put safety first.
旦那様の話では相当古い牢屋らしいので。
From what Kraus said, they seem to be in a fairly old cell.
鉄格子を破れるかもしれないとのことでした。
And they may be able to break the bars somehow.
信じて待つ方が賢明です。
The wise choice of action now is to believe in them and wait.
おじい様の手下が何人もいて、みんな武装しているんだよね。
Grandfather has a number of subordinates and they're all armed, correct? Yeah, let's call them armed.
そうです。
Yes, that is
そ
correct.
して多分みんな武装を。
Yeah, and they're probably, yes, all armed. Godo had been able to say that Kinzo had others on his side, but he had not been able to mention that they were mostly all young women, like witches, and committed their murders using strange magic. If he had said that, it would only have caused the others to doubt his sanity. Now, in fact, he himself still couldn't understand what he had seen and was doubting his own sanity. But regardless of sex or appearance, regardless of whether it was done with magic or a gun, the fact that those girls had followed Kinzo's orders and killed 6 people in an instant was an unshakable truth. Those people came to attack the guest house as well. What would happen? Just closing the doors and windows like this was surely meaningless. Goda, as well as Kumasawa, the only thing left for those two who had witnessed that massacre in the dining hall was to cradle their heads, not even knowing how to interpret what they had seen.
熊沢さん大丈夫？お茶飲む？
Kumasawa, are you okay? Want some tea?
ありがとうございますね。ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
申し訳ございませんが、しばらくそっとしていただけますか。
I'm sorry, but may I be left with my thoughts for a little while? Maria tried to be nice, but it seemed that Kumasawa still wasn't able to clear away her confusion.
マリア、気を使ってくれてあり。熊沢さんは休ませてやってくれ。
Maria, thanks for being considerate. Let's let Kumasawa rest for now. Jessica, too, showed her consideration for Kumasawa, certain of the shock she must have received after witnessing such a tragedy. But her imagination couldn't even come close to the impossible scene Kumasawa had witnessed. Nevertheless, with her mother having been killed and her father having been captured, there was no way that Jessica could stay calm either. She sealed her anxiety and sadness using her anger towards Kinzo, and walked irritatedly around the room.
Well, get out of here.
熊沢さん、母さんは本当に死んじゃったの？
Kumasawa, is Mom really dead?
あんなひどい死に方を私は。
Oh,
Instant. Shut up.
yes, I've never seen such a horrible way to die before.
ひょっとするとまだ生きてて手当てをすれば助かるないんだよな。
It's not possible that she's still alive and with treatment we could save her, is it?
頭があんなことになって生きていられるわけがありません。
After such a thing happened to her head, it's unimaginable that she could still be alive.
そりゃそう、頭が砕けちまう。手当てなんて必要ねえよな。普通。
Normally. Well, yeah, if the head gets smashed, there's normally no need for treatment, is there? When Goda had come flying into the guest house, overcome with agitation, he had told about the massacre in the dining hall without concealing anything, except for the part about the witch's magic, which they themselves still could not believe. In other words, they
I
hadn't...
wonder why.
Yeah, in other words, they hadn't even sugarcoated the cold-blooded way in which Natsuki and the others had died. It was too late now, but Kumasawa regretted having obviously said too much. Yeah, but, I mean, you were in shock.
Yeah.
However, while lightly shaking her head and with a slightly painful laugh, Jessica spoke.
いや、むしろ
話してくれたおかげで冷静になれたぜ。
No, if anything, I was able to stay level-headed thanks to what you told us.
頭を砕かれちまったってところを伏せられてたら、私はひょっとすると生きてるかもしれないって言って、屋敷へ迎えじいさまに出くわして、ひょっとすると殺されてたかもしれない。
If you'd avoided mentioning that the part about her head being smashed, maybe I'd have said that she could still be alive, then ran towards the mansion straight into Grandfather, and I might have been killed.
末の希望が命取りになった可能性だってあるわけ。その意味では感謝してるよ。
There's a chance that sliver of hope would have been fatal. With that in mind, I'm grateful.
本当にもしは言葉をあまりに選ばなかったことはお詫びします。
I am deeply sorry. I apologize for not choosing my words carefully.
今はいいよ。母さんはもうどうしようもないけど、父さんはまだ生きてる。
Don't worry about it now. There's nothing we can do about Mom now, but Dad's still alive.
カノン君もシャノンもキリエおばさんも南條先生もね。
Cannon and Shannon and Kiri and Dr. Nanjo too.
なんとか彼らを助けたいし、彼らに負担をかけないためにも余計なことをするべきではない。
Like, if you knew where they were, like, you might be able to plan something and, like, get in there and get out before, like, Kinzo noticed, but you don't know where they are, and they don't know where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I think we might call it here.
You get tired?
Yeah, my throat's getting a little sore.
That's fair, because I also did not sleep as much as I should have. Honestly, I'm gonna start having to fucking block out like 10 hours of sleep time. It's like this fucking, like, the chronic pain is exhausting, of course, but also like the insomnia is like kicking my ass.
Yeah.
It used to be that, like, when I was fucking 16 or 17 or whatever, I could get away with like 4 to 5 hours of sleep completely fine. Like, genuinely completely fine. Go to sleep at like 2 in the morning and wake up at 6:30 to go to school, right? That sort of shit. It was fine. I had zero issues. Now that I've got this chronic pain going on, 8 hours isn't even enough. This shit sucks.
Yeah. So, thank you all for joining us. Thanks again, Quinn, for joining us as always.
Yeah. If you scroll down below the Twitch player or in YouTube description, once this VOD makes it over there, you'll find links to various things like the Twitches on the YouTube side, or in my description, you'll find links to my Twitter, my Discord, and Kara. And Kara has been popping off a lot lately, actually. It reached rank 22 or something like that on the Apple App Store, which is incredible for one thing.
Yeah.
But they've been having some issues like dealing with the influx. So.
Yeah, because Instagram screwed the pooch.
Yeah, so people, of course, like, went looking for the alternative, and the only one that, like, that's even around that doesn't use any AI at all and isn't, like, fucking shit up is Kara. That's it.
Yeah, it's
like the only problem with Kara is that it doesn't allow not safe for work stuff, but that's specifically because, like, the people who make it and run it can't afford to piss off MasterCard and Visa, right?
Yeah, so probably Blue Sky for not safe for work.
Yeah, that'll work for not safe for work stuff, but, like, if you want, like, a professional portfolio site, Kara, that's where you go.
Yep.
Because Kara is more or less the poor man's art station, and I mean that literally. Because it's not like the artists involved in making the damn thing have a lot of money to go around.
Yeah, exactly.
But by being poor man, it's also better, because, it doesn't include AI.
So, we will see you again next time, hopefully on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. I'll be back tomorrow with some Elden Ring with Nate, and then on Thursday we should be doing more of this. Hopefully. We'll see. Once again, thank you.